Hello, everyone. Welcome to Swindler's Den, and tonight's session of Icewind Dale, Rime of the Frostmaiden. Before we get started, just a few things. Next week we won't be streaming. In joining with a lot of other streamers and viewers who will not be engaging in Twitch at all, due to bringing attention to the hate raids that are going on. So next week, no session, but we will be back the following week. Other than that, I think just be sure to watch our other shows. Sunday is The Lost Song of Fandover, and Monday is Immoris, our homebrew game. Both of those are at 7:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, and they're a lot of fun. Also, thank you to all the Patreon subscribers. You guys are great, and if you want to be a part of the Patrons, for $1 per month, you get all of the shows in audio-only format, so you can just listen to them on the go. It's a lot of fun. So, let's get into it, shall we? Let's introduce our players. First off, we have Grizlocke. Grizlocke, who are you playing tonight, and where can people find you?
Hello. Tonight I'm playing Rumshoe.
Oh.
Just throwing a curveball. Should be fun.
All right, let me change my notes a little bit.
He would just be a little baby. No, I'm just kidding. He's not that young. Yeah, I play Orlin, the half-orc wizard.
Next we have Bumbleskum.
Hey, it's your boy Bumbleskum, back. And I also play Heinlein Sword.
Yeah, he's back after missing a week. Glad to have him back. Next we have...
I have allergies, so if I'm fucky today, it's because of that.
I'm on the very tail end of allergies, so I'll get a cough every once in a while too, so... We're just the allergy crew. Speaking of the allergy crew, we have Dyto.
Did you say allergy or algae crew? I was like, what?
Whichever.
I'm not quite sure how I should take that, but hey, at least it's a reaction.
Oh.
Yeah, I'm Dyto. I play Celeste, the halfling warlock who's really bad at making plans.
Aren't we all just halfling warlocks who can't make plans? Next in line is TommieTaco.
Wait, I'm okay, never mind. Hi, I'm TommieTaco. I play Zavros Winerin here on Wednesdays, and I play Zorag on Sundays for Fandover. And you can check me out on Twitch. Same username, TommieTaco.
And we have Dr. Phage.
Hello, I'm playing Sister Liliana, the Dragonborn Cleric. I don't know why I had to think so hard about that, but that's who I'm playing.
And I am BakaZombie. I'll be your DM tonight. But before we get to DMing tonight, last time on Rime of the Frostmaiden, our crew went back to Tourmaline to follow up on a promise they made to remove the Grell that was inhabiting the gem mines there, after a poorly laid plan of making Celeste bait, and the Grell almost taking her down the hole, the central shaft. They were able to kill it and catch it before it fell down the hole, which was probably a good thing because they learned from Zerk, the only surviving kobold that was keeping the miners from coming back to work and keeping an eye on the Grell, that when things fell down the hole, it started to rumble. So the group was kind of hesitant to further investigate that. They asked the speaker if he would give them more money if they did so. He could only offer 50 gold, so they decided it wasn't worth it, and headed. They were going to head on their way, but they had another sacrifice to go through, which was a surprise to me. So they had to survive the night without any warmth. They did so at a local inn, where they talked to Marta, the young woman working there, who was also caring for her sick father. The group helped out Marta and her father with their illnesses, and she caught wind that they were looking to somehow end this everlasting rime, and she expressed interest, offering to help in any way she could, starting with having free room and board if they came through Tourmaline ever again. Next, they headed over to... They didn't head anywhere. They stayed in that town because they were looking at this mysterious sign that appeared on one of the buildings, which they had seen previously in Bryn Shander. They started to investigate around the town, not getting too many leads, but they did find out more about a boat that is in the sea of moving ice that apparently is attached to some kind of whale of some sort. Not the first time I've heard about a boat in that area. Is it the same one? Who knows? But our group did make their way to Bremen. Sorry, they're just outside of Bremen, and that's where we are now. So, like I just said, you guys are outside of Bremen. You know that Trollbane, the dwarf who hired Heinlein and later on Celeste to deal with Sefik, said to meet her at the Grumpy Moose once you finished, and she would get your payment. Take it away.
Heinlein, you've been awfully quiet. Oh, he's gone.
Yes, he has been very distant lately. But, I mean, as I was saying, I don't understand why the shops hate me so much. I mean, if anything, I'm giving them quality product.
Alright, so, who are we meeting? I just forgot the name.
Trollbane.
Trollbane.
So we're meeting Hill Trollbane here.
Maybe having a drink or two, or three, or 10.
I can't forget to ask about, if she has any more leads on these warriors of, the Snow Queen.
Right. And that symbol we keep saying.
Right.
So, I assume you guys begin to head into I keep saying Bremen, to talk with her at the Grumpy Moose, which you'll remember is in the 5 Tavern Center. That was it called? Yeah, I got it right, I guess. The 5 Tavern Center, which is the center of town where all the 5 taverns of these brothers who couldn't decide on one tavern made their shops. And you guys can enter the Grumpy Moose. It is once again pretty quiet in here. Not many people, but you do see a dwarven woman sitting in the corner at a table.
And that's her?
Yeah, yes it is. Well, Heinlein and Celeste would know it's her. The rest of you haven't met her before.
Oh, gotcha. Okay.
I'm trying to find my.
Yeah.
Is it Hyla or Hilla?
Hill.
Hill?
H-L-I-N.
Oh, okay, I see. I had clearly wrote over my own stuff. And Hill.
Mr. Heinlein, were we supposed to bring back a head or a finger or proof of job well done?
I've been thinking about that. And yes. However, post battle, went unconscious, and yeah, I think they'll understand. It'll be fine. We can just describe it. I don't want to tell the story twice, so I'll approach Helen. Pardon me.
Oh, so you made it back, did you?
Yeah. And I found your acquaintance, or your acquaintance found me, I should say.
Oh, yes. You were taking long enough. I had to send somebody out to check on you.
Yeah, well, I guess I can say I found Sefik. We killed Sefik. And I know I was going to bring back an ear, but the battle was pretty intense, and I fell unconscious during the ending of it. And I think my compatriots burned the body.
I mean, if Celeste can vouch for you.
Yep, we killed him.
And I'll take your word for it. As long as these murders are stopping, I'll know you were right in what you said. So,
absolutely, trust me, I would not have let Sefik get away after I found. Let's just say he went out of his way to make sure I had some great personal loss. So
sorry to hear about that. But as promised, both of you, 100 gold pieces to each of you. She'll toss each a bag of 100 gold pieces.
All right. Thank you, ma'am. Yeah, it was just as you said. He was definitely working for Ariel, trying to kill those who would get away from their sacrifice.
Well, it's good he's gone, then. Do you have plans going from here, then?
I look back to the group.
I think we want to. There's a symbol going around some towns that I think we want to check out, and wondered if you had any other information on people like Sefik.
When Heinlein
I've been
looked
hearing
back,
about these.
I want to approach the table as well, because he looked back to us.
Yeah.
Oh yes, I've heard about these symbols floating around over in Bryn Shander, and I think somewhere else saw them too recently. I haven't seen them here yet, but it's causing a stir in 10 towns, that's for sure.
Yeah, I think personally, I've taken a sworn oath, to my lordship and my fallen comrades. I think it'd be great if we could find more. Honestly, I think it might just be citizens who are trying to protest in what way they can. But personally, I'm exactly a situation that this Ariel does not want to happen. An outsider to these towns, someone who's coming in new, disrupting her plans to kill all life in here. And I can at least say my plans going forth is to do everything I can to make sure that ice bitch dies.
Your words remind me of my adventuring days. I love to hear it. I can't do much in my older age, but I'll do what I can for you to help this group along on their journey here.
Well, it would be great if you could send us a messenger if you come across any info on these markings, or on any people working for the Ice Queen.
Keep an eye out around Bremen here, but haven't heard much yet, so... But we'll listen.
Have you heard any more news of my ship?
Your ship, Speaker, Shalskar, he's been known to wander out in the tundra. I don't know if there's any merit to it, but he's talked about seeing things out there. He'd have to get quite a ways to see a ship, but he's been saying that he has.
Is that the speaker here?
Yes.
Okay.
Is the Shield Dwarf who is a speaker here, and the rest of the party has heard about how he just kind of wanders off in the tundra sometimes, and they have to go and find him. It was tied to part of the story of the son that left his mother that a few of you have heard as well.
Do you know what things was he seeing around the ship?
He says something's calling out to him. I don't know, some kind of magic's calling out to him. But who knows? His mind's deteriorating in his old age. It could all just be stories.
What's his name again? Shell?
Dorble Adorable Gruff Shale Scar.
Hailstar. I might have to give him a talking to before we decide to leave. See if he's seen it. Or has just heard stories. Or thinks he saw it.
Well, he'll be over at the town hall. His aides tending to him, making sure he doesn't wander off again. Don't know how much longer he'll be able to be town speaker in this state, but the town has fond memories of him, which is what kept him in his position for as long as he is.
What more do you know about his son?
You mean the innkeeper's son?
The son who
Corriver?
went wandering off.
Yeah,
from
Cora's
town.
son, who is the innkeeper. Yep. You know, I always thought he was a rather nice boy. Helped his mother out around the inn, but the one day he just left town with those tieflings that came in. They were wearing this fancy clothing and some kind of pendants around their neck, amulets, if you will.
Who did anyone get a good look at those tieflings?
As far as I hear, well, his mother did, but from what I hear, they were red tieflings, long horns. Nothing too distinct other than how prim and proper they were.
It's just more wondering if the pendant might have been a bit of a giveaway. Maybe a symbol or...
The mother said it looked a lot, it's strange. She described it as like a black ice.
Who, sorry, this is new information to me. Which innkeeper is this that her son wandered off?
Cora Melfoon, she runs the buried treasures in town here.
Thank you.
Yes, of course.
Well,
Anything else I can do for you folks, or...
All right, down here. Oh,
I think I got everything I need.
if you hear any tips and you don't see us in town, if you know anyone who's got any tips or any jobs, you can always have them send message. Have them leave a note under the door in Bryn Shander at 21 Craig Street. We'll see if we don't pick it up on our way through.
I'll do that for you. 21 Craig Street. All right.
No one will be there, so just slip it through under the door.
All right. We'll keep, like I said, we'll keep our eyes and ears out for anything pertaining to Ariel or anything with that sign.
What time of day is it?
It's still pretty early. I'd say it's roughly 10 a.m.
Okay.
Wes is gonna order a drink.
You are gonna order a drink, you said?
Yes.
Okay.
Get you a walk me down.
A little bit of a walk me down, wind me up. I think it's just 8 copper for a normal one, right? Yeah, 8 copper.
So I guess Hugo was telling me about some kind of before he died the other day. when he was helping
Sorry to
me out.
hear.
He was telling me about some sort of wizard guy who's been hiring and killing people or some nonsense.
Oh, over in East Haven, I heard word of that too. Yeah, something about some wizard, some arcane brotherhood nonsense. I don't know. Apparently hired some adventurers and did away with them.
Do we? I mean, these towns are pretty small. I don't know if anybody would know about any wizards from East Haven.
You're
Oh,
looking
you know
at one?
Okay.
Would I know of any other wizards in East Haven?
Roll a history check.
I know the other thing. 24.
Not that necessarily lived in East Haven, but you do know of, I think it's 3 or 4 wizards that are said to be part of the Arcane Brotherhood in the area. Or at least you think are in the area.
Okay.
Yes, there is a handful of wizards from the Arcane Brotherhood there, but, my honest advice is to stay away from those in that group.
If they're killing people, I gotta say, death in these parts usually seem to be REL made.
What do I know of their ambitions? Baka, do I know anything?
You know that they are looking for something in Icewind Dale. You were never told what. You know they're looking. And they're all kind of racing each other to find it.
The Arcane Brotherhood is, seems to be looking for something. Instead of outright fighting them, perhaps we should take what they desire first. Whatever it is, I'm sure it's very powerful. And potentially connected to the tieflings.
Going to ask, do we have any leads on what they could be looking for or where it could be?
You seem very hesitant to approach them.
Powerful wizards.
And I gotta say, though, Ariel's a powerful one, isn't she? We're trying to approach her, are we not? What's one more body in the cold that we can stand next to?
You're right, but also could just be a distraction. We only have 10 days.
I guess my plan, because I know, at least from some personal experience here, making a ruckus seems to be what gets Ariel's goat. I know you guys have been wanting to be a little undercover here, try to get information here, information there, but I think what's gotten their attention the most has been being the loudest.
There can be loud.
Sorry, what was that?
A kobold pokes out from behind.
Here.
I just remembered he's here too. A kobold pokes out from behind sister.
Oh, this is Zerk.
Zerk, be loud if you need. Zerk,
Zerk.
be quiet until now. Zerk, loud if you want.
Zerk.
East.
I thought I told you to stay by the animal. Aren't you supposed to be
Right,
guarding them?
I watch big birds. Yes.
Yes. And what do you
I
do if
be
anyone
loud
gets too
next
close?
to big birds. Yes.
Sure.
All right, I go by big birds. Zerk scurries
I'll go
outside.
outside to keep an eye on him. So I'll go out there with Zerk.
I mean, I'm sure killing Sefik is gonna ruffle some feathers, get some attention on us.
Absolutely, because he seemed to already know that we did away with. I'm just trying to pull up the handout. No, it starts with an R. Ravison.
Yes.
Because he had already known we dealt with Ravison. So it seems as though communication goes quick with these ones.
Hmm.
A lot of 10 towns have heard of your exploits, not just the followers of RL. You're starting to get a name for yourselves out here. My voice has changed drastically. I'm sorry.
It's all right. It must be allergies.
It's
I
the
get that
allergy
too.
season.
Allergies.
Very dry weather we're having.
It's
Too-
very dry,
the
powdery
bullshit
snow.
that's going around here.
Now, how I would like to, before we cause too much of a ruckus, talk to the innkeeper about her son a little bit more. But how big of a ruckus do we want to raise? Because I've had some ideas and plans to raise a ruckus. I just wasn't sure how much under notice we wanted to go.
You pitch it, Josh.
Oh, well, and I'll, like, pull a sleeve, like, take off my bag, pull a sleeve out of my backpack of, like, some sort of a shirt that's just, like, bright reds and oranges and all this type of stuff and say, well, I do have, another more clerical garb that I can put on. I can preach a pretty good sermon, and I also have a spell that I may be able to use to carve a message into the wooden walls of a town.
Hmm.
So, like, we can really go from 0 to 100 here real quick.
I wonder if we were to make that marking we've been seeing ourselves somewhere, if that might stir something up, if the people making these markings may come to us.
Possibility as well.
It'll be that, like we were, people who are looking for them will find us.
Sister, do you have any kind of inking or material of paint of some kinds, some sort of sorts?
No, not officially. No.
No. All right. What do you mean by officially?
As in, I don't have like a paint set or like charcoal or anything like that. I want to check to make
Okay.
sure I know I'm proficient in a disguise kit, but I don't think I have one. No, I do not. Okay. So no, I don't have anything like that.
Okay.
But I'm sure it wouldn't be too hard to get some ink or charcoal from one of the local shops. Paint may be harder to come by, but
Yeah, I don't know what kind of writing utensils they use in this time period.
Right, the snowstorm has set us back a few eras,
You all seem like you're
decades.
very behind with your.
What are you trying to write? Like, is it? What are you trying to write on? I should say.
Cloth.
There would be not a lot of ink in the area. It's usually reserved for like the town speakers and stuff. There is charcoal.
I don't think charcoal's good. Well, maybe. No, I think it's just smeared too much.
What did the symbols look like it was out of we've come across?
Looked like it was charcoal.
Circle? Yeah.
Charcoal makes sense in this area, but you know what?
I
Fuck it.
mean,
Oh yeah.
you can get coal from almost anything you burn. Just burn it into a stick and got something to write with.
Yeah, with that, I'm gonna take out my tinder box and get some tinder and like light it on fire while we're still sitting here. I'm gonna unhook my cloak and I'm gonna lay it like clear off the table, and I'm going to put my cape down, and I'm going to, with the burning stick, I'm going to try and use that ash to draw that symbol on the back of my cape.
The barkeep looks very concerned for a moment as you burn a stick in his bar, but you put it out quick enough after it burns enough to create charcoal. And you begin to write. Give me I don't know what kind of check to make you do.
I don't know why. What's the check for?
Let's see how well it stays.
Oh,
It's not gonna be.
I assume because it's charcoal, it's not going to stay a long time.
Yeah.
That's what I was asking about doing
Your
things.
plan is to put
Yeah,
this on the back
I
of
won't
your
make you roll for it.
cloak.
Whatever.
My plan, well, it's not much of a plan as I'm already doing it.
What are you drawing?
That symbol
Okay.
of Ariel's head with the X through it.
I guess we're going full out there, anti-Ariel.
Listen, if nothing else, they already want me dead. I'm just putting a target, so that way I know they can come to me when they need to.
You're putting a target to get arrested by the town guard, is what you're doing. You do have to put some kind of thought into this. Like, just because the town guard doesn't like the situation there doesn't mean they're not going to stop you, because everybody's afraid.
Oh,
They don't want the wrath of Ariel coming down upon them.
no, I get it. They'd much rather be subservient and just do as they say, do as she says.
Hey, when you've got a god killing people, you listen. I don't agree with it either. And yes, we have to do something about it. But this might not be the right way.
I guess I finish up the X and I put the cloak back on.
Right.
Well, before we get kicked out of town for whatever plan we come up with, I would like to talk to the innkeeper. So I will, if anyone wants to come with me, otherwise I will meet you back here in a short time.
I too am interested.
I'll walk halfway. I'm gonna go to the town hall.
Heinlein, what is your plan from here?
I'll go hang out with Zerk and Zavros.
Alright. You all walk outside. You don't see Zerk or Zavros.
Okay. So what were the other three doing?
Well, I assume we all walk outside and see that.
Yeah.
Are there
Are our birds there?
footprints where they seem to have gone off to?
Do a survival check.
If I can see her.
Oh, that was whispered. Okay, I know
Yeah,
it's better than me.
Yeah, you see Zavros's footprints go off into town a little ways. And you see these little reptilian lizard-like footprints kind of circle around the cart and then disappear.
But our cart's still there?
Yep, cart's still there, all the animals are still there.
I believe Zavros picked him up.
Do the footprints align that way? Does that make sense? Does that...
No, they are facing the sled. I keep calling the carts a sled. They are facing the sled and then they disappear.
Is he on the sled or in the sled?
Yeah, if you go to look, there's all the furs that Zavros has in the sled, and you go to look and it's
Hey, don't bother Zerk. It's cold out.
Zerk,
Well-
where is Zavros?
Yeah, no, he say, I need something, and he left. He say he be back.
Okay, if he shows back up, we some of us are going to the inn. Some of us are going to the town hall. I guess we'll just meet back here then.
You want me to jab him for being bad?
No.
Did he take a fur with him?
No. Zerk have furs.
Right, let's head to this innkeep.
Yeah, head off.
you guys head off. We
Before going, I'm gonna put my stake into one of the furs that Turk, is that his name?
Zerk.
Zerk. And I'm gonna cast Prestidigitation to make it warm for an hour.
Oh, toasty in here.
You head off, giving Zerk a little bit of warmth before you head out. Let me look at the map. Yep. The town hall would be the first stop, so you guys can peel off first, and we'll go. Is it just Celeste going to the town hall?
I'll go with Celeste.
Heinlein is going with his anti.
To be fair, it's dark
Ariel.
as fuck in here. I barely can see my own cloak. But inside where there's light, I imagine people. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, this'll.
So you go to the town hall. You guys come to this larger building in town. I assume you just walk in because it is a public building. And there is 2 guards inside and it's not a receptionist, but a person at a desk. So, yes, how can I help you too?
Hi, how are you? I'm looking for Tailscar. Is he in
do you have-
today?
Yes. Do you have an appointment or? What
I
may say
don't
is
have
the
I won't be in town that long. I do not have an appointment, but I do have some questions about his last excursion.
Oh, you mean his walkabouts? Yeah. Yeah. You can talk to him.
I might be able to
don't-
help with that.
Yeah. He's not in the best state of mind, so I can't promise it'll be for long. But you can go back and talk to him. Yes.
Thank you very much.
She'll lead you to the back, and you see this old shield dwarf sitting behind a desk, just kind of looking around at the walls. Doesn't even acknowledge that you guys have entered. She'll say, Speaker Shaleskar, you have some guests? Whoa. Who? Come in. Yes, come in.
Celestial enter.
Yeah. I'll greet him in Dwarven.
Oh, you don't look like a dwarf. Why are you speaking dwarf?
It's a very, and I'm saying this in Dwarven, it's a very common language from where I'm from.
Oh, okay. Come sit down. We got lots to discuss.
Did he say that in Dwarven?
No, he's speaking in common.
Okay.
I think it's funny that I think it's funny that he says that we've got lots to discuss, even though he didn't realize any of us were going to be here, didn't realize we were here, doesn't know who we are.
Speaker, I
Yes.
heard that you've come across a ship in the Sea of Moving Ice. Is that true?
Who told you that?
It's just the word that's going around.
Oh. Well, and he kind of looks off into the corner where, like, the two walls and the ceiling meet. Ship, you said?
Yes.
You saw one?
Did you see one
I've seen a ship before, yeah.
in the Sea of Moving Ice?
Yeah, I saw, excuse me, I saw it in the distance out there. I was too afraid to go any closer, though.
Why were you afraid? It's just a ship.
It's not just a ship, lass. There's something aboard that ship, something calling to me that wants to be found.
If it's calling for you, then what are you so afraid of?
It's not that it's just calling for me, it's just calling for something to come and find it. Something dark on that ship.
Do you have a map? Can you show me exactly where you saw?
He turns around, there's a large Icewind Dale map on the wall. And he walks up over to his, about here is where
I'm sorry, your Discord screen's a little small for me. It's hard for me to see where you're pointing at
right
on this
there
map.
on the coast, can't you see?
No,
right,
you don't have
right,
a map up for us.
Right over there where I saw it, right here-ish.
Okay, that's a ways out.
Was it moving?
Not that I could tell, no. It was many meters, kilometers, kilometers, miles. What do we use here? It was a long ways away.
The thing that was calling to you, what did it sound like?
It wasn't really a voice, it was more of a feeling. You know when like things like, are you a religious person, ma'am?
I mean, they serve wine, so sure.
Well, you know, like when people speak of their deities talking to them, it's not always words, it's more feelings.
Right. It's a feeling.
Yeah. It's like you just know what it's trying to tell you by the way you feel.
Yeah, I get that.
You do.
I do.
That's
Everybody
good.
gets feelings.
Nobody else believes a word I say.
Did you see a whale or some kind of big creature around this boat?
I didn't go close enough to see if there were whales under the water. Hard to get to the water these days, even though.
Did the boat look abandoned? The ship look abandoned?
From as far away as I was, the only thing I know is there's something dark on that ship. I didn't see any other movement.
All right. Well, I appreciate you giving me the location of my ship.
At this, he spins around in his chair, or like his chair isn't spinnable, so he like gets up and looks at the map again, and he turns. Who let you in here? Who are you two?
We were just leaving.
Oh, don't let me catch you sneaking in here again. You know who I am. Guards, get them out of here. And then he starts raising a ruckus. The lady that was behind the desk comes back. Sorry, sir. We'll get them out right away. She just kind of hurriedly rushes you to us. again, don't take it personally. It's just, again, not all there.
No.
On the way out, I'll give a formal greeting of like goodbye in Dwarven.
You're not a dwarf. How are you speaking that?
Get ushered out.
Thank you for allowing us to speak with him, even briefly.
Yes. Sorry if it wasn't everything you were expecting, but
Well, I got more than I was expecting. For sure.
and with that, we're gonna cut over to our two who went to the inn. So you head over to the buried treasures.
How much gold is in it? No, I'm sorry. Go ahead.
And right away sorry, I gotta cough 1 second. Right away you see Orlin, you see Cora, middle-aged woman innkeeper, is ready to greet you as soon as you guys are walking. Oh, you're back. Hello. How have you been?
I've been all right. As good as one in these days can be.
Yes. Well, can I get you something hot to drink, or what can I do for you guys or people?
Well, we're looking more into your son's disappearance.
War. This name is so stupid. Harwar. Oh, you're talking about Harwar. Have you heard anything about him at all? Where he went to, or? I just want to know he's safe, at least.
We know that there's like a tower associated with this, right? Or am I putting two different things together?
She told you that they were bringing him to a castle, which there are at least 2 castles in 10 towns.
Yeah. Care Koenig and Care
Denival.
Well, we've not acquired any new information yet. We've traveled quite a bit and haven't come across anything. But I think we're going to be looking again here soon, so...
You can see she becomes very crestfallen at this. And oh, well. Again, I just want to know he's safe.
If you're willing, I have a couple of questions about the people who left with your son.
Yes.
Someone had mentioned that they had amulets on them. Could you describe the amulets for me? Do you remember what they looked like?
Yes, they... well, the most thing was that the center of them held a piece of what looked like black ice. They kind of had gold rings around them, but not just the one. Like, it created a sphere around it. So there was the one ring and then 2 others. It kind of created a sphere shape around this piece of black ice. It was the same. It looked like the piece I found in my son's room. I had told you about.
Do you still have that piece?
No, he. When he saw me looking at it, he got very angry and snatched it away. And from what I know, he took it with him.
What did he start acting? When and where did your son find this piece of ice?
I don't know. The first time I saw it was just a few days before the tiefling came.
Those tiefling, you said that they were wearing red robes?
No, they were wearing like blacks and purples.
Hmm.
They were red tieflings. One male, one female. White hair. That's really all I got for descriptions of them, I suppose.
Did your son often take trips out into the tundras?
He would help with the search parties when the speaker would go missing, but other than that, no. And he started acting strange after the most recent one, where he was lost out there for a few days, or for a day. He came back the next day, but he got lost with the initial search.
Excuse me. How long before the tiefling showed up was that?
It's probably 4 days after that.
Okay.
Do they seem like the tieflings? Like they were searching for something?
Not really. They just came and, from what I understood, they offered my son sanctuary at their castle, and he just left with them.
Right. Okay, I'm gonna ask for a check if it's okay.
Sure.
What do I know about the Cult of the Dragon?
The Cult of the Dragon. Roll a history check.
18?
You're the one that knows about the Cult of the Dragon. I'll say they haven't been heard about much up in Icewind Dale.
Okay, I was just wondering because they wear
they tend to
purple
operate.
and black robes, so...
Yep.
Just...
They tend to operate further south.
Okay. Just kind of thinking to myself on that one.
No worries.
Related to that, does the 3 gold circles around the black ice, does that remind me of any specific demon iconography or fiend iconography? Because that's what I had heard in Bryn Shander, that they were demon worshippers.
Roll a religion check.
Oh, I'm bad at that. Ooh, but an 18.
The rings themselves don't strike a chord with you, but considering you already dealt with a desecrated piece of this black ice, they are calling it, and there's tieflings involved, there's probably some kind of demonic or devilish entity also involved.
Okay, yeah, because I had gotten that vision when I did augury on the mace.
Yes.
Yeah. Okay. Just verifying.
So mad at myself. I can't find my notes from the first 2 sessions, and I know I rolled on this black ice shit, and I rolled well. So I'm just I don't want to have to ask you, but I can't find those notes.
From what I remember telling you, I think you know the name of it. Does that sound familiar?
Yeah, I know it's black eye. Well, sorry, no.
It's its proper name.
I feel like I was given that.
I wrote nothing about the black ice, so I feel like we didn't get any info.
Well, I know it was only Orlin that got information on it because of his books, which might be why.
Right, but I
remember telling him stuff.
Yeah, I remember you telling me, and I remember being like, "Oh, I got to get that before Mila does." But I don't remember what it was. I just thought it was a way of harnessing magic or something, maybe.
Do another Arcana check. You'll probably roll pretty well, and I'll tell you things I think you would.
Why would you say that?
Anyway,
24. Okay.
All right. Yeah. So it's called Chardolin. And from what your readings have told you, it's when ice has been infused with demonic magic. It turns it into this black ice that's almost like a metal that can be worked with. Doesn't always have magic inside of it still, but it can hold magic after it's gone through this process. So some of it is, what's the correct word? Benign? Is that the right one?
Sure.
Yeah, where it's just, it can hold magic, but it doesn't have any, but the majority of it has some kind of demonic magic.
Inert.
In it.
Is that the word you're looking for? Some of it's inert, like it wouldn't have.
No, I think it was between benign and malignant. I couldn't remember which one it was. Yes.
Right. I don't think she knows much more.
No, I would agree, but I have, I would say, thank you so much for your time. It certainly, we'll do our best to locate your son for you.
Thank you. Yeah, again, I just want to know he's safe. I know he's mad at me, but still love him.
Yes, we'll make sure that he knows that. And then I would exit out of the common room to talk to Orlin.
Yeah, I wanted to talk to you too.
I've come across this ice before.
That would explain it then. I was going to ask you why your face lit up when you heard of it.
Yes, back in Brinshander, one of the guards, a man, rushed the gates. He was practically naked and carrying a mace made of black ice and shouting something about demons. He was killed, and the guards asked me to look into the mace. And it is pure evil. I had a vision of wielding it. I think I got more powerful, but just completely consumed by the demonic forces inside of it.
Yes, this black ice is, it's infused with demonic magic that turns it into a powerful metal-like substance. That can be used to forge weapons.
And this may be beyond the scope of the history check or the arcana check that's already been done. Is this like a new... How long has this material been around?
I will tell you in 1 second. Let me think.
You know that the your readings go back quite a ways, but it doesn't give you an exact date. So it is old,
It's old.
but rare. Like, you don't hear of it very often. Like, this is one of the few
old.
times in your readings you've seen it.
Old as shit.
Old as shit. The substance is old but rare. I wonder if perhaps there's more than just the Arcane Brotherhood searching for it. They could be searching for something else as well, but it's a bit of a coincidence.
It's also suspicious that their speaker heard that something was calling out to him, or that he felt magic from this frozen ship, and then someone else who was on a search party to find him then found one of these glass objects. Feel it's more of a coincidence than not. Or it's not a coincidence. That's what I meant.
Right. Perhaps this should be our next effort.
I also wonder if it seems if this is so old and rare, why have we come across 2 instances of it in a very small population and one large enough to be used as a mace?
Perhaps whoever is compiling it is getting ready for some sort of war.
Or Oriel's winter is conducive to producing it. If it is like ice.
That is smart. How do we get the others on board?
We sell them the angle that it's ice, which is winter, which is Oriel, so it could be connected that way.
Right.
They'll buy it. Plus, if it has anything to do with the boat, the short one is real keen on going there anyways.
Alright. I would like to find, this woman's son as well. If we can.
Yes, that is one of my priorities as well.
Alright.
Alright, you two talk about future plans on where to search next. And we cut over to Heinlein and Celeste. As you walk out of the town hall, out of the corner of your eye, you see a figure try to duck behind a barrel. And as you look, you catch the glimpse of Zavros trying to hide behind a barrel.
Why are you being shadier than I am?
Oh, like you see that like this piece of like jerky falls out of my mouth. I was like, you just startled me. You know, it's really dark out here, and the next thing I know, someone comes creeping up, and I don't know who it is, and seeing as how we did some things that I'm not really happy about.
So you're hiding at the town hall?
I'm trying to hide behind a barrel very poorly.
Well, if it's any consolation, it's dark as shit out here, and I would never have seen you if Celeste hadn't spoke about it.
It is dark, but usually when people come out of town halls, it's usually guards, and I'm trying really not to be seen all that much, given what we did. Not by gods, anyway.
What did you do?
I mean, you were there.
I didn't do anything in Bremen. I don't know what you're talking about.
Am I picking up what she's putting down?
I think both of you are talking about different things.
No, Celeste has no idea what you're talking about. Because
Celeste was there, but I think Dyto wasn't.
Dyto wasn't, but Celeste was.
Okay. I had no idea what he's
referring to when you killed a bunch of guards outside of Britain.
Yeah,
you were
not
there.
Real keen on guards right now. You know, I'm trying to stay the fuck away from some guards.
Technically, you were there for that. Dyto wasn't, but Celeste was.
I guess if I had anything to say, it'd be, I'm not always the smartest man in the room, but I can at least say that if you're looking to hide from guards, to do it outside of the town hall where you suspect guards will be coming in and out may not be the best place to hide and eat some jerky, I guess.
Well, I just don't really know the town that well, and really I just wanted to go get a piece of wood and a dagger. I felt like carving something to occupy my mind. You all seemed deep in conversation, and I really didn't have much to add to it, so I figured I'd go and, occupy my brain elsewhere.
I mean, I could have given you a dagger. And usually in a place like Bremen, the best place to hide is in the tavern.
Oh, well, I'll do well to remember that. Like I said, I'm not really familiar with the land that well. Mostly just East Haven, so I don't really know what to expect in these smaller towns either.
I mean, and if you would have just chilled with the kobold, I'm sure not a lot of people would have approached.
You know, you make a
would've
fair
stayed with
point.
Zerk. If you would have stayed with Zerk, you would have been fine and warm.
What the?
Wait, Zerk is there? What the fuck?
Zerk is here now.
I
I got
can't
lonely.
see shit out here.
She saw me hiding behind a barrel, not Zerk walking up.
Zerk is stealthy. Zerk quiet when need.
Zerk,
Alright.
you're supposed to be with the birds.
The bird scared me.
Alright. I think perhaps.
Anyway, you said that's the town hall?
Yes.
Oh, I
Yes.
just thought it was a fancy building.
Yes, that's where the speaker is.
That's
I don't dis-
your first thing you said to us was referring to this as the town hall because of guards coming in and out.
Well, yes, I saw some coming out earlier, but
Okay.
that's why I was trying to
All right.
hide, but then
Okay.
you walked out.
Celeste puts her hand on his arm. I think the cold is starting to get to you, my friend.
Probably, I'm not... I miss Summers.
Well,
I think we should probably have a sit down, everyone. Kind of make a concerted effort on deciding what the next move is.
I
Get
mean,
my jerky
I-
up off the snow and keep eating my ration.
Yeah.
well, we can walk and talk on the way to the tavern and wait for the other two.
What all did you all discuss in there anyway?
I was trying to find the location of my ship, and I have one. So I would like to go retrieve my things.
Right, you are a pirate, right? I'm saying
Uh,
I whisper that because I get the idea that it's probably not a good idea to shout out that you are a pirate in the middle of a town.
Yes, you would be correct.
And that was something I was going to ask. You said something about your ship. That was the location of your ship.
Well, I mean, I wasn't the captain, but it was the ship that I ended up here on.
What? Okay, so I guess he's saying some dark thing was calling from that ship. What?
Dark thing, what the hell have you all been talking about?
I don't know. He was probably just talking nonsense. There was never... The darkest thing on that ship was the captain himself.
The captain that slept with Ariel.
Yes. We all know that that's not true.
Oh, yes, but
Yes.
that's all I know about him. You've never said anything else, so I'm just
Yeah.
going to run with that.
Yes.
As a reference to the person you're speaking of,
Mhm.
of course. I don't believe it because you
I'm not,
told me it was a lie.
I think everyone here except for Zerk can attest that I don't think we've said much about ourselves to each other. I think Zerk can't stop talking about himself.
We'll attest if you want.
So I guess I don't blame you, but I guess if you're gonna, mention things like that, some context would be helpful for what exactly we're looking at to this captain and this dark Colin ship.
I'm going here for just a second.
Yeah.
And kind of push everybody in one spot.
Yeah. Well, we were
So,
heading to the tavern.
Yeah,
I think,
you
right?
guys were walking
From
and
this-
talking, and at this point,
Okay.
I think you guys all meet each other at the Grumpy Moose, I'll say.
Yeah.
Railroad us. I don't
Yeah,
care.
railroad you
Do
all
it.
into the same conversation.
All aboard, motherfuckers. Let's do this.
All right.
Yeah, so all of you meet, and you can continue your conversation inside.
Very convenient that you all met up with us right as I was saying to my friends here, my coworkers, colleagues in arms.
Oh.
What was I saying? Sorry. I think the Benadryl's kicking.
You were
kicking
saying
in.
Zerk does not attest to talking about himself.
No, Zerk talks about himself when asked. I think the rest of us don't really say anything about ourselves, which I'm preferential to keep it that way myself. But I guess in a situation, Celeste was saying something about this ship that the speaker was talking about belonged to her captain, but she says she doesn't know anything about He said there was some dark entity, like, sending feelings out to him. But Celeste seems not to know too much about whatever this entity is. Are you sure it's the same ship?
No, not until I see it. But, I mean, how many ships are stuck in the Sea of Moving Ice?
How long ago was your ship stranded here?
I got stuck in the first blizzard. So 2 years?
Hmm.
And you didn't know anything of what cargo were you carrying?
At the time, we had just made a drop-off in Luskin. So we were heading to find a treasure in the Sea of Moving Ice. We hadn't picked anything up yet. So we didn't really have anything but our own personal effects on board that I'm aware of.
Insight
check. Yes, I was going to say that just based off of what I've heard.
Yeah, do an insight and Dyto roll the appropriate. Dyto, you can whisper the appropriate roll to me,
Wow.
whether it's deception or.
I did deception.
Okay.
Well, now we know it was deception.
Yes, I mean, she just whispered.
I mean, when he said you can whisper it to me, I had already rolled. So.
I need another one of the same roll from Orland and Celeste. We're having a roll off here.
Okay.
Because both got 20.
Shit.
Yeah. Like, you're like getting flashes that maybe she knows more she's letting on, but for the most part, yeah. I mean, maybe they like had a stowaway or something. You don't know. It seems
press
to be she's
further.
telling the truth.
Well, seems that, to me it sounds like this, black ice that, we've discovered is what caused the, young man in town to wander off with some tieflings. It harnesses the power of demons. Perhaps.
Black ice.
The black ice that we spoke about that the tieflings had amulets made out of?
There's the innkeeper in this town. Her boy.
Yeah, I heard about that, but I don't know anything about it other than just hearing it. I didn't go with you guys to talk to the lady.
Yes, well, the tieflings that were with her son had these, black ice pendants. And upon thinking on my research, I realized this ice is, that of, Chardolin.
Does that sound familiar? Chardolin?
Roll a Arcana.
Oh, well, I'm not good. I'm not good at anything intelligent, so 16.
You've never heard of Charlene?
Anyways, this black ice is created by, demonic powers. So, let's say this boat has an orb or crystal of Shadowlin. It could be what is drawing attention to it, calling out to people, and feeling dark.
Can I?
Is it valuable?
It's very rare.
Sounds like something the captain would probably keep in his personal chambers that nobody else would really know about.
I think there's a 2-year gap that we're not really hearing much about that I think is something I'd be a little bit more interested in to hear. You said you guys got stuck on the ice 2 years ago?
Yes.
All right. So what about the rest of your crew? Are they just on the boat?
I don't know. Most of us left to escape the blizzard. I ended up getting lost in the blizzard and ended up in Bremen. And that's where I've been, looking for stories of where the boat was left.
Did everyone leave with you, or
When I left, it was just me and 2 others.
and
The
the rest
captain
stayed up?
stayed, and the rest of the crew was still there as well.
Okay.
Whether they left after, I couldn't tell you. Whether they stayed.
So say... Okay. But I'm wondering how this tieflings would connect to that.
I don't know if they do directly. Just my working theory is perhaps the black ice is on this boat, but also there's more black ice where these tieflings are. Perhaps they're of the same faction, but not directly connected.
Well, they took...
Yeah.
Because the tieflings, it sounds like, we saw a pretty good map of the Icewind Dales in the speaker's house, or speaker at the town hall. And I gotta say, it seems as though the castles are in the opposite direction of this boat. And that's where... what's her name? That's where Cora had said that the tieflings had go ahead, right?
Yes, to a castle.
Well, dang it, if I start freezing, I accidentally opened up Adobe Audition.
I also find it concerning. I shared this with Orlin, but this is not the first instance of this Chardolin that I've come across in a short period of time. There's a mace made out of it, carried by someone who tried to assault the walls of Brynchander, and the guards had me look at it, and all I felt was evil out of it. So there is a source of it somewhere here if they can make maces. They have enough to make maces out of it.
I mean, if we think the source of this black ice is from... Hold on, I don't remember what the name of my ship is. Is from the Dark Duchess. There wouldn't be anywhere to store that that amount of anything without other people knowing.
Wait, I just want to circle back. The boat that we think has evil demon ice on it is called the Dark Duchess.
It is.
You know, I was talking with Orlin about, or talking with you about coincidences before. There's just lots of things lining up here.
Yes.
I guess I don't really see it.
I don't see it either. You said it yourself. There's a 2-year gap.
I have a feeling.
Why is it showing up now?
Our friend is not being forthright with us entire. Why do you search for your boat?
To see if there's anybody left.
After 2 years?
There are bodies.
Say that she's been...
I also have my personal effects that I left on the boat.
She also did say that she didn't know where it was.
We've been caught in blizzards before.
And I gotta say,
around.
in the week, or in the week of traveling that I've been in here, it's pretty easy to get turned around, I think.
The tundra can be a damning place to navigate.
Why would she be searching the tundra? A boat is
Well, I
in the
mean,
ocean.
it is, but what lies between the nearest town and the ocean?
Also, I believe it's referred to as a sea of moving ice. So I assume it's not the easiest to find, let alone on your own.
Do we know, Sharp, how far, like, the trip from Bremen to, like, what we see as the coast of the sea would be?
The two that were talking to the speaker, it can be anywhere from 15 to 20 miles away from Bremen.
Okay.
That's why I was vague about how long it took me to get back to Bremen, because I didn't know the distance.
Yep.
I mean, plus you also could have been walking in circles and shit. I mean,
Yeah.
you're walking in a white tundra. You could be going in circles for like 2 days
Yeah.
and not even realize it.
Trust me, I gotta say, without proper guides, going through the wilderness to such extreme lengths, extreme times, it's real easy to get turned around.
I'm surprised you even made it. From what I read back at the
Yes.
during my schooling, the tundra can be quite a pain.
Well, I mean, you've seen how I was able to handle that avalanche.
What did you do for food?
I hunted, ate what I could.
It's not like they were leaving a ship that.
I mean, I know how to kill a fox, too.
Zavros gets really saddened by that comment.
So I guess. So we know. I guess. What interest is this ship to people? For me, it has zero interest. I feel like it's exactly where Celeste knew it was to begin with. It's somewhere out in the Sea of Moving Ice. It's got some dark happenings there. That seems to be happening quite a lot in this area anyway. Perhaps it could be an Ariel thing. Might not be, maybe. But it seems like a weird... Unless she's, like, fighting off other boats coming in or something like that.
Right.
But, I guess for me, I'd be more concerned with those tieflings than I would be of this boat.
Yes, I say it'd probably be easier to find these teeth things instead of a boat that's been missing for 2 years. Once we've figured out what they're acquiring this black ice for, it might steer us in the correct direction. Maybe give us more information.
Steer you in the direction of where they're getting it from.
Right, and what cause?
I mean, I also did tell that lady that I would do my best to look for her son.
Well, it sounds then that we need to track down a castle full of tieflings.
Mhm.
The boat will still be there. It's been there for 2 years. If there is a cache of this shuttle in there, then it'll still be there in a few days after we investigate the tieflings.
Yes.
I'm not going through the tundra alone, so...
Oh, what's that? Is it difficult for you?
Well, of course it would be.
Why? You
Just because I
survived.
did it once doesn't mean I want to do it again.
Right.
You fought a Yeti. Do you want to do it again?
Let's take this down 2 notches.
I mean, she does make a fair point. I mean, if you get lucky, you get lucky.
Zavros, we do this for a living.
We do, but I also studied this land a little bit. Not saying she has, she could be withholding that information, but I'm just saying from the logical standpoint that if you do something and you happen to be lucky at succeeding, odds are if you don't do the research on how to do it again, probably wouldn't do it again if it's life-threatening.
We'll have plenty of time to get to know each other better as we're traveling. We'll have lots of time around campfires over various foodstuffs to talk about our travels and our previous exploits. I think it'd be a good bonding experience to do that. Are we going to cause a scene in Bremen before we leave, or are we just gonna go right away?
I mean, I don't see a reason to cause a scene in
I have
Brendan.
Oh, yeah, that's right. You were being shady outside of the town hall.
Yes, I want to avoid people. I want to avoid as many people as possible.
I have a sneaking suspicion we're going to be causing a scene in one of the castles, if not both.
Yes. Oh,
Okay.
which castle should we hit?
Well, based on the map that I saw in the speaker in the town hall, caravan is first on the path to the way to Caerconig.
2 castles in a straight line? Seems easy.
But if I had to guess, Caerconig is the one that's most away from civilization. We're usually on the frontier. The farther away from everyone else you are, the easier it is to do your own biddings, live your own life.
Zavro just nods to that.
Mr. Heinlein, I'll follow your lead.
Celeste, I can understand. I'm sure that ship probably means a lot to you. And I don't mean to disrespect your attachments to it, but I have a feel. If nothing else, I will personally help you find that ship as soon as Ariel is dead.
I appreciate that. My stuff has been missing for 2 years. What's another
10 days?
What's another 10 days?
9 days? Sorry, 9 days. It's been it's
What
a new day.
of your belongings is so important to you?
Was something my mother gave me before she died. It's the last
Right.
thing that I have of her.
All right.
So,
Are we
What-
staying in Bremen today? Or I mean, it's still pretty
Absolutely.
early. Are we going to be leaving?
No, let's just head out.
all right. Which one are you hitting up first? Caer-Dineval or Caer-Konig? It sounds like are the 2 choices.
I mean, if we follow the road, probably
On the
Denver.
road, Dinnerhall's the first one we stop in. So
All right. As you aboard, as you mount your axe beaks and get in your carts, Zerk is sitting next to Zavros in the sled. I keep calling the cart, and you take off down the path. That is where we'll go to break.
Sweet.
So, thank you guys so much for joining us so far. We'll see you in a couple minutes. Be sure to stretch, drink, do all the fun stuff. And we'll be back with more fun stuff after. Hello, everybody. Welcome back.
hello.
Hello. So, just a quick recap. In our first half, our group talked a lot. They found information about a possible finding of Celeste's ship, the Dark Duchess, up in the Sea of Moving Ice, as well as some inklings of a mysterious black ice called Chardolin, that they're now going to go peek in Caer-Dineval and Caer-Konig to see if they can find some tieflings that apparently brought a young man who found some of this Chardonnay back to a castle. So we're gonna do a quick little hop, skip, and a jump so that you're over in Caradinaval, because it's a long trek. It takes you about 13 hours to get there. So you were pulling in right at around 11 o'clock at night.
When we get to the Eastway, I just want to go to East Haven. No, I'm kidding.
Okay, we can go to East Haven. That's fine.
Yes, let's make a pit stop. I must get
All right.
my supplies.
I was thinking about it. We just got here. Maybe we should spend the night. And I was thinking that ship actually did sound like something we should go check.
All right, you're at the ship now.
Some time to think about it.
All right, Caradinaval.
Yo, you pull into Caradinaval. You start to see these smaller houses lining the road, and off in the distance, as the land begins to slope down and then comes back up, you see this large castle out on kind of an outcropping out into the harbor, which is all frozen over. You see this enormous castle with walls around it and the standing forget what those called, pillars.
Towers.
And you make your way in. There's only a singular road, and I'll bring you over to the map of Caradinaval. It's your first time here. So, what would you like to do at this point? And there's a lot of smaller buildings around you currently. And
What
like the
time-
road kind of winds down to the harbor.
You might have said this already. What time of night is it?
About
11.
11-ish. So very late.
I think the first thing we'd probably do is look for, or one of the first things is maybe look for somewhere to stay for the night, right? If
Yeah.
there
Yeah.
is.
Somewhere to lodge our mounts.
All right, yeah. You begin looking around. You kind of look down by the harbor. There's a building that kind of looks like it would be an inn, but it's all boarded up. The windows are all covered in boards. There's nobody out on the streets at this point at night. There are a few torches lighting your ways, but you continue down the road and you go up to the north, kind of wrap around by those buildings, and eventually you see a building standing off by itself that has some lights on in there. And you make your way towards it, and you see as you approach, a man is just about to close the door and lock it up for the night.
Wait.
Excuse me, sir.
Oh, hello, hello. How are you all tonight?
Cold as shit.
Yeah, I mean that's every day. Every day here is cold as shit.
It very much is, isn't it?
Well,
Kind of toasty.
you new in town or?
Yes.
Oh well.
Is there any place to stay for the night to get out of the cold?
He kind of looks around for a second. No, there isn't. Tell you what, if you come inside, I have some chowder still, a little bit left. I can heat up again for you. That's all I can offer, unfortunately. But come inside. He opens the door again and holds it all for you to come in. You just tie up your axe beaks there. We'll get you situated here. Figure something out for you.
Thank you very much.
It is much appreciated.
And where that arrow is, the uphill climb?
Yes.
When he suggested that there was, he seemed hesitant, role playing wise. So I just want to do an insight on that if I can.
All right.
Yeah.
Feel free to do so.
19. Like, I'm not gonna call him out. I don't think. I'm just curious.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Both Heinlein and Sister Liliana, he's got something on his mind specifically when you ask about somewhere to stay.
Okay. Yeah,
He's-
I'll wait until we're at least
Yeah.
dining to bring up impolite conversation at the dinner table.
Yeah, after you all get inside, you close the door and you Locks are from the inside. We're not supposed to be open anymore, but you guys are out late and don't have anywhere to stay. I could at least feed you here.
Yes,
I'll be right back.
Oh, alright. Yes, I'll wait.
Oh, yeah. Did you have a question before I went? I just
No,
wanted to
just
get the
all
chowder
the-
on.
I noticed many windows were boarded up. I was wondering what that was about.
Yeah. Devon's Rest was the inn in town. It's been closed for quite a while, though. Yeah, almost a year now. Nobody's been staying there. It's went out of business. You know what? The damn East Haven ferry freezing up really did us in. I'd offer you ale, but we haven't gotten any since that froze up.
You mean
Hasn't
even
been
the
able-
caravan doesn't come around here?
We're too far up north for them to worry about trying to get it up here. It's not worth it to them. They already have a hard enough time getting it to the further south towns. Let me get that chowder on for you before you can continue talking. He'll walk into the back room. Looking around this area, it's not a very large tavern. There is a small hearth with some like comfier chairs, and there is a set of stairs that goes up. That some people would assume would lead to lodging or
Yeah.
maybe an attic or something. But he said there was nowhere to stay, so.
Well, while I wait for my food, I guess I'll just go sit on one of the comfier chairs by the hearth and just play some music. I mean, the dude's making us food. I can at least like soothe the halls, I guess.
Yeah, Celeste will find a seat and pull out her bottle of whiskey.
Yeah, and there is like a bar too there, and some tables as well. But
So this is like a tavern.
yes, it is a tavern.
Okay.
The
Is this
uphill
is
climb.
the size of this place? Does that kind of? Do I think if there was lodging upstairs, do I think it would be like lodging that people could stay in, like in-wise kind of size, or do I think like the guy lives here?
It's very small. If they had rooms here, they'd be like 2.
Right, right. So if,
yeah. Like Kirdenval is a population of 100 people. It's
right.
a very
So I assume there's a possibility he just lives
yes, it's a
here.
possibility that maybe he stays there, or maybe somebody's already in there.
Yeah.
Not sure.
We do know that some of the speakers stay in the inns. So, okay.
And unless there's something you guys want to discuss before he comes back,
I'm gonna move over to Zavros, who's at the hearth playing. Now, what do we think the betting is on if it closed up due to traffic, or if something happened to the owner?
Well, the last owner of a place that was closed down killed themselves, so kind of waiting to see how that pans out on asking questions when he comes back. It makes sense, I guess, but that, with like Denishire freezing over, it would make things difficult, but well, I mean, on the
It's just, I feel
offhand,
like-
the southern town makes good mead, so I could see where the caravan would want to stop there.
I just figured if people are willing to stay here, there'd be reason for caravans to come up here and make a dime off of people who are in need.
True, but how long have you been here again?
2 months, about a month and a half in Bryn Shander, and then I guess we've been traveling together for the last week.
So, I feel like there might be credibility to a story. I still want to ask questions, but I mean, with the expense of moving an entire caravan up here, and doesn't really look like there's much to offer in this place. These people could be just barely skating by and not having anything to spend. I could probably see where a caravan wouldn't want to waste its resources on going somewhere where no one's really making any money.
I'm curious, then about what we're gonna find up in Caer Konig.
It is something that tickles the mind. Okay, now that music's definitely tickling my mind. What the fuck is that?
I just wanted to change it up. Or maybe sometime, I don't know. Yeah, before too long, the man comes back out, his large, gray, broom bristle mustache, with 6 bowls of chowder. Said, "Well, I've got one for each of you here." He starts handing them out to everybody.
Thank you.
Oh, good. Zerk was told he'd get food. He'd not see food all day.
Look. Stare at him.
What? Oh, was the 6th bowl for the tavern owner?
What's sort of the kobold?
Okay, I was like, okay. That's what I assumed it was for Zerk. So okay.
Yeah, it's for Zerk.
No, it's mighty kind of you to feed us when we get into town.
Sorry, I can't offer more. Like I said, haven't been getting anything in.
Do caravans not? You said caravans don't really come up this way because of what about Caer Konig up north?
They're even worse off than we are. We get them every once in a while, maybe once a month, but you can barely keep any of it in. People come and eat it up and drink it up right away, so...
What was this castle for?
The castle?
Yeah.
Oh, that's where, the care is where, a speaker lives up there.
So I guess I don't...
Brannick. Still severe. Or,
Did you say
yeah,
Brannick
severe.
or Kranich?
Brannick severe. He stays up there. We haven't seen him much as of late. Told he took ill.
Sorry, I guess I'm sorry. I'm not from the Dale, as you might be able to tell. I guess what I'm curious about is, if there's a castle here, there must have been some kind of lord or reason for that kind of protection, that kind of garrison.
Yeah, long time ago, the Denev family, when the 10 towns were still just very small scatterings of camps and explorers, the Denevs were one of the wealthier families that tried to buy up land to become lords and things like that, in competition with the elves that lived a little further north of here. Yeah, they built up the castle and people started settling around it. It wasn't too long before the orc tribes came in and wiped out a lot of people, though. But
Which ones are those?
so long ago, I'm trying to think, might have been somebody. Yeah, I'm not sure who the tribe name was then, but they aren't around anymore. They 10 towns took a hit in the early years from those orcs, but they've kind of spread off and made new tribes since then.
There was an elf population. It sounds like that must have been some time ago. From what I can tell, I guess from my time here, is not too many elves situated here.
Yeah, they tend to stay in the warmer climates. A lot more half elves and very few smattering of elves as well still here.
So, have you seen, we're the first outsiders in a while, have you seen some the past couple weeks?
Every once in a while, an adventurer or two comes through, but yeah, not many people coming up to see us in Caravan of all.
Our our friend Cora, she's from Bremen. She said her son was traveling up to the Cares. Some sort of trip with friends or something.
Well, I don't know nothing about a Cora or any of that at all, but
Yeah, I guess he had some more sorry, I don't know what the proper term is. Do you guys call them tieflings, demon folk, devil folk? I guess he had some tiefling friends that he was traveling. So I don't know if anything like that stuck out or anything. She just said that if we ever saw him, if we could catch word from him. And
I don't know much all about going-ons of tieflings or. Oh,
Can I do an insight check?
Yeah, he seems very uncomfortable.
22.
11.
Zavros and Celeste, you clock it right away. Yeah, he's and sister Liliana. You know something about tieflings. Tieflings have something to do in this town.
This isn't exactly how the spell works, Sharp, but I want to try something.
Okay.
So I have calm emotions prepared. So normally it's like scared or frightened or like make them indifferent to you. But would I be able to, like, if I cast the spell and he fails the check, just to like placate him and just be like, hey, everything's cool here for at least a little bit, so maybe we can get some information out of him?
Yeah, give
also drop
me
it.
what I need to do here. Charisma saving throw. What's your save? 14. He makes it. Passes.
Okay.
Alright, we
Yeah.
won't.
I mean,
the tieflings are kind of hard to miss, even if they're just passing through.
You know, I kind of just to stay here. I work all day. I'm the only one here, so I don't get out to see if there's tieflings wandering around. Only if they come in here.
I'm sorry. Tieflings is tieflings. I understand. I don't pay too much outsiders, anyways. But I do have to ask. I guess. You run this whole thing by yourself?
Yeah.
Suppose you don't get a lot of people coming through.
No, I mean we're a small town, so it's pretty easy to manage.
Did you not shut what if the inn shut down? I'm surprised that you're able to stay open.
Yeah, I mean, again, we don't get many people here. We don't have much to offer. We just have the chowder, essentially, is all I have to offer here. So it's not much, but I'm able to make it by.
Okay.
Now Orland's
So
looking at the chowder.
Do people stop in for chowder often? Is that like a thing that people come through here? Or?
Yeah, I mean, it's warm food when you don't. Not everybody can make as varied. What am I looking for with words? A variance of different meals.
Okay.
It's just a warm bowl of chowder would do you some good on a cold day.
So I assume you're saying that most of your customers, the townsfolk.
Yeah, we don't get many travelers coming through, so. Okay. What we get the odd one or two heading up to Caracone because they got that mountain climbing expedition thing going on up there, but yeah. or just kind of a stop along the way.
Are you you live here?
No,
Oh, this is a pretty big place for
it's okay.
such a small operation, I guess. Got a lot
Yeah.
of storage or something upstairs?
Yeah, I mean, we got a little storage up there, but most of it's just unusable right now. It needs to be worked on.
I mean, I know you said there's no inn or no place to stay, but I mean, if it's just a little bit of storage with all that space, you know, I'd be willing to pay some money if you let us stay the night up there. Beds aren't needed. We've got bedrolls and stuff. It's just a little something against the winds and stuff.
Or even bedding down in the tavern area here, just so that we aren't out in the cold all night. We'd greatly appreciate it.
He kind of looks around for a second, like, kind of shifts his eyes slowly towards the care, which you like. This, the windows actually are very well placed, where you can see the harbor outside. You know, the frozen harbor and the care off in the distance. And he's kind of looks at it for a second. You know, maybe they have a place for you to stay at the care. Maybe if you went and asked, they might have room for you there. I mean, it's a big castle.
I mean, as much as
I want to do an inside check to see if he's trying to
Yeah.
get us to go there to shut us the fuck up. Like if he's scared of something.
Do an insight.
15.
Zaros, excuse me. You know, you can tell. Yes, he's trying to direct you in that way. Whether it's to lead you to something or to get rid of you, you're not sure.
Yes, everyone, let's go to the care. Wink, wink.
You got something in your eye? No.
Oh yeah, just a bit of dust there.
I'm sure the Lord's probably asleep if he's bedridden. If he's ill.
Yeah. He's got helpers there. He can't live in that place all by himself. He's got people that take care of him and talk to guests and things. So yeah, I would definitely go check there.
Question before we leave. You said that the inn was closed down. Do you know if it would be for sale by any chance?
Oh, you wouldn't want to buy that place. Rumor has it it's haunted or something in there.
What happened to the previous owner?
Just couldn't afford it anymore and up and left. I think he went to like Bryn Shander or something. I don't know for sure. Moved out of town.
Interesting.
Talking poltergeist, demonic possession.
Moving to Bryn Shander? I think that's just...
No.
Pretty sure he's
You
talking
said
about
that
it. Yeah.
the inn was
He said
haunted.
it was haunted.
Ghosts or something. I don't know for sure. I haven't seen it myself. People hear noises coming from there and they see footprints leading up to it, but nobody's around.
Well, we'll be sure to stay far from that.
Best you do, yes. Probably just should head straight to the care and
Yes.
get a room in there. Check in and see if they need anything. Maybe the speaker's sick. Maybe you can help. I don't know.
He finishes his bowl of chowder.
Yeah.
Puts it down. Well, I mean, is everyone else ready to head on out back into the night?
Yeah, I ate mine down. I put my loot up.
Celeste takes another chug out of her whiskey, closes it up, puts it in her pack. That should keep me warm for a little while.
Thank you for the hospitality. I'll
Thank you.
slide a silver onto the tavern bar or whatever we're like near.
Well, thank you. Yeah. Check out the care. They might have something for you.
And then, as we go outside,
Takes it.
Yes, so that man was lying out of his ass.
Yes.
He's just closing up right next to us.
Yes.
Like, what?
I mean, I'm waiting till we're down.
Yeah.
He stays
I
inside.
know.
He stays inside to clean up
he,
okay.
the
he
chowder. and stuff.
seemed more scared to me than anything. Perhaps we spend the night at that old inn. I know that you said it's haunted, but
I don't think that's a problem. I like look over to Zavros. I think a lot of these haunted words seem a little bit more misleading and old wives' tales.
Or
We
They
did
tell
stay
you
at the
it's
place where
haunted
a man
to-
killed himself. Everything seemed fine, so
The
cold as shit.
the only dead person in that room was Shannara.
Oh, I get it. That's a good joke. I like that.
yes, let's bed up there tonight.
All right. You guys start heading down to Denev's Rest. Once you get there, once again, it's at the south end of town. Drafty old building is barely holding itself together against the winds. All the windows are boarded up. There's a crooked weather vane on the top that's shaped like a rearing dragon. And yeah, there's the windows are kind of dusty and looks very run down.
Is it like locked? Is like the
Yeah.
door?
Is the door locked?
You go to try the front door, and yes, it's locked.
Hmm.
Is there footprints leading up to it before we get there?
Do a survival check.
Probably got shit.
Just
on
our
it.
own.
No, I can't see shit. It's dark out.
That one from Heinlein. Yeah, you don't see any.
I step in the exact footprint, so I just think they're all mine.
I mean, kind of give a light knock.
Oh. I would stop
there's
him
no
if I
answer.
could.
I mean, you can. You're right next to me.
Yeah,
Yeah,
if you
I
wanna
stop him.
Okay.
Okay. It's like, oh,
Orlin grabs Zavra's sand before he can knock.
Just in case somebody's had the same idea we have, and isn't too friendly.
so a more stealthy approach.
Yes.
Door, windows.
Can we do a search of the outside, see if there's like a basement entrance or
Other
a
doors.
window that might be
Lights.
smashed?
On.
Yeah, lights on.
You walk around this building. There's no lights on at all, but in the back there is a back door.
Try that.
Yeah.
It is unlocked.
Oh, nice.
Oh. Well, quietly.
Bring the birds in with us.
So I guess we'll try to.
Zerk, come in too.
Yes.
Zerk,
Hmm.
come in too.
If you don't talk, being quiet.
Are you
To be fair,
like
I-
sled inside?
To be
Not
fair, I
yet.
think Zerk is the single most quietest, stealthiest one.
They're super quiet.
So we don't know what's in there. I mean, we could leave everything out here. I mean, I could probably scout ahead and see if there's anything in here.
I mean, I didn't see anything. It didn't seem like anyone had approached here. No tracks or nothing. It's probably just empty.
You do have a hard time seeing in the dark, though.
Yeah, well, what I found was nothing, and nobody corrected me, so as far as I can tell.
Wait, you Oh, I didn't even know you were looking for. I was just gonna try the front door.
Alright, Zavros. Who wants to go in with him?
I'll go.
Who doesn't have anything metal that clanks very loudly?
I don't.
I don't either, but I've been sniffling a bit, coughing, so
You do look like I did a few days ago.
yes.
I'll go with you, Zavros.
All right, Celeste. Everyone wait here. I mean, I'm pretty sure you'll know the signs if there's any trouble.
Okay.
Yeah, we're gonna
Celeste?
like listen out for trouble. When like
Mhm.
if you
Yeah.
leave the door
Oh.
open so we can hear.
Celeste and
Yes.
Zavros begin to creep in. Are you
Stealth.
stealth? All right.
Yes.
Stealth from both of you then, please.
And I'm gonna cast guidance on myself.
And
Everyone's
when
18.
they head in, can I just cast light on my pendant, but have my hand over it so that the light is covered?
Yep.
That's why she rolled a 8.
Celeste got an 8.
You weren't fast enough, so you like flashed the light right onto Celeste.
So you guys are creeping through. Celeste is kind of hitting a creaky floorboard every once in a while. For the most part,
Follow
you-
where the nails are, not where the boards are. The center of the boards are the creakiest.
And I'll keep that in mind next time. She tries to look for the nails instead of the boards.
All
Like the
right.
center of the boards.
What are you looking for in here?
I'm kind of scouting out the area. Like, I mean, I got dark vision too, so obviously I'd be able to see in the dark. But I want to see if there's like any signs of like someone's been in here like in the last couple of hours.
Yeah, do some perception checks.
Yeah, I'll do the same thing. And I can see through magical darkness just in case.
I rolled a 8 on that one. I'm too busy
you
trying to
said-
tell her to step on the nails and not the
Said
center. of the
perception.
Perception. Yep.
Guidance is a 14.
Celeste, you you look down to try and pay more attention to stepping on the nails, the nailed in parts of the board rather than the middle of them, and you see that the dust that should be covering the floor is slightly disturbed, as if somebody has moved through here.
Zavros, there's something here. The dust has been disturbed. I'll point it out to him.
I'll look down, take a closer look at it, like rubbing my hand across a little bit, kind of judging based on everything else that's in the room that probably doesn't look like it's covered in dust. I'd be like, well, there definitely is probably something in here. Should we inform the others or should we scout?
I mean, I think we can check the rest of it out.
All right, I guess we'll. What's the room that we're in through this back door? Where are we right now?
You are in the main lobby area to begin with.
Okay. The
We
main
can at
lobby
least-
area.
We can
Yeah.
at least check out this floor.
Yeah.
Alright.
Do you want to try and keep with the disturbed dust and try and follow
Yeah,
that, or
I
just kind of
wouldn't-
look around the first floor?
No, we would look around the first floor. I
Mhm.
was misinterpreting what you were asking. But
Okay.
yeah, we would.
Do
look at the first
more perception checks for me, please.
I'm gonna cast guidance on myself again.
6 from Zavros, and then
Yeah.
8 plus 3.
11.
Yeah, like you
It's
get these
undisturbed
hints. Yeah, it's most like for the most part you're just seeing a rundown inn. Like you could just tell that there is that dust on the floor that had been disturbed, but it's not like people are walking around rubbing their hands on everything or anything like that, or moving things around.
Like Zavros?
Yeah, like Zavros is
I mean-
touching everything.
There could just be like a draft or something that's disturbing the dust. I don't
Well,
see
I mean, with
anything else.
her previous role, would she know if it would have been wind that did it, or did it look more like a clear path with like what she discovered before?
It looked like something was moving through there, not just wind pushing it
Okay.
around.
I mean, it hasn't attacked us. Whatever it is.
Right. As I'm looking around this first floor, do I see any stairs? Is this like this is a two-story house or no?
Two-story, yes. So there is a set of stairs in the main lobby. Goes up to where you can assume the rooms would be. This first floor is mostly the lobby. There's like a side quarters area where the owner probably stayed at when he ran this. But yeah, there is a second floor.
We're gonna go upstairs. We should at least get the others inside since there's nothing down here.
I don't know if Tommy's just thinking or
Yeah. If you're talking, you're muted.
you're muted, yeah.
No, I'm talking, or I'm not. God damn it, I'm reading something real quick.
Okay. Okay.
I don't know. You know what? I'm gonna do it just for shits and giggles. While we're in this room, I have this feat called Primeval Awareness, where I can expend one of my spell slots, and I'll go ahead and just click that. And they mentioned like ghosts, so I want to know if there's any like it's within 1 mile, but like it's a mile, so like even then I could be like, I could always tell people if there is that there. Like, it's probably, I don't know if it's in this building, but there's definitely something going on.
How big does this building look? Would you say 60 feet big?
Yeah, roughly.
Like an area of 60
An area,
feet?
yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, and I'll count it for 6 miles since you're technically within your favorite terrain. This primeval awareness. You don't sense any. It doesn't specifically say ghosts, but aberrations. You don't sense any aberrations. You do sense fiends.
Oh. Well, I mean, granted, what we're looking for is probably pretty fiendish, so it's probably at the castle. But, so I was sitting here thinking for a moment before we acted. Probably not in the building, but I definitely sense fiends within a few miles of this town.
Can you tell what direction?
I don't think I can. Can I? It's just letting me know in a big.
It doesn't tell you the
circle, right?
location or the numbers, so you just know that they're in the area.
No, it's an area thing. I just have a feeling. As far as what's in this building, I have no idea, but I figured I'd give it a shot.
It would make sense why the tavern owner was trying to get us to go to the castle.
I mean, I don't know much about tieflings, but with horns and everything, it seems pretty fiendish to me.
I mean,
I'll also say you would know it's
demons?
within a mile. I put 6 miles, but you would know it's within a mile.
Oh, okay. So I'll just relay that.
Yeah.
I mean, aren't tieflings part demons anyways?
Well, aren't they part devil? I'm so confused on that.
I don't know. Should we get the others inside before we go upstairs? Or just go upstairs?
Could go upstairs. I mean, worst case scenario, we kind of, I did say they would know if there was trouble. I mean, they hear a loud noise coming from this building. They're probably coming in.
All right.
We'll creep up the stairs.
Mm-hmm.
And one of us are going to die this episode. So
Get killed by a new monster called a silent death.
The last time Tommy and I were in an area by ourselves and there were bad guys.
She died.
Making the same mistake twice.
I should probably let you know the last person that was alone with me. Never mind, don't worry about that. Let's just keep searching.
So you guys creep up the stairs.
More stories.
Can I leaving them on a little bit of a cliffy,
Yeah.
Can I use my divine sense?
Yeah, put
On
that
this
in the chat
building?
for me.
So basically within a 60 foot radius. I can tell. I'm aware to the location of any celestial, fiend, or undead within 60 feet of me that is not behind total cover. Never mind. Ignore it, because if they're behind total cover, they'd be like in the building, and I'm not inside it. So I guess I could tell if the building was desecrated, but I imagine I would not be able to sense anything if they're in the top of the building or in the building.
Yeah, you can say you didn't use it. That's fine.
Okay. Is it? Well, it's. I've got like 2 of these.
I'm gonna metagame here, and I'm gonna go straight up Rainbow Six Siege and go sledge and start slamming holes in the bottom of the floor so he can sense everything in this house.
Yeah. No, I guess my question. I'm still gonna is does the building seem desecrated? Like, I'm trying to figure out if this like been like fucked up and like there's a reason why there's like if like the last place the guy like hung himself and like it was like a really shitty area, so I just don't know if it's been like desecrated or something like that.
It does not seem desecrated.
Okay. So my senses aren't tingling.
Yeah, you don't get any kind of sense from that. But back to Celeste and Zavros, you creep up to the top of the stairs, and there is a long hallway. At one side of the hallway has 8 doors, which is opposite of the stairs, and then the side of the stairs has 6.
I want to start opening up doors.
I mean, we should probably see if any of these doors have been disturbed before. Seems a lot of dust. Maybe see if any dust has been moved around some of these doors before we start opening them.
Yeah, I'll take a look around, see if there's any dust that's been disturbed.
If you are specifically looking for disturbed dust, you can use either investigation or survival.
Oh, hell yeah.
Yeah. I'll cast guidance on Zavros.
I feel like
Add a
it's decent.
D4.
That's a D4. Because my survival and investigation are matched.
So 16 from Zavros. You see that there is foot traffic to the furthest door on the opposite side of the stairs wall, all the way down at the end on your right.
Celeste. And I like kind of motion to the door, waiting at the end of the hall.
She kind of holds
I do like a pointing at that door. I don't know if she saw what I did.
She nods back and holds up her stake and gets in like a ready to go position.
All right, you begin to creep over to that door. You get to that door. What do you do?
I want to stealthily try to turn the handle.
All right, roll me a stealth check.
I'm gonna cast guidance on him.
Right, D4. 30, 20. Plus.
Tommy, by the way, you still have the GM rolls activated. I don't know if that's on purpose.
Yeah.
Oh, I do. I'm so sorry.
Yeah,
okay.
these have all been whispered. That's
I'm
why I've
so
been saying
sorry.
them. 22 total. Zavros slides this door open as if it's been freshly greased. Don't even hear the wind moving in this silent house.
So as I open it, I don't want to open it all the way. I just want to kind of crack it enough to where like I can poke my head in real quick and then dip out real fast.
All right, you poke your head in.
Just
First
to see what I can
glance,
see.
you don't see anything. If you want to do a perception check, you can.
Okay, yeah, I'll do that. Roll good, baby. Come on. 18?
18. In the corner of the room, in the right corner of the room, near one of the curtains, you see a puff of vapor, kind of. Just a...
I'm going to look at Celeste. I don't know how far. I don't know if she's right next to me.
I'm right behind you. I have to touch you to cast guidance.
Okay. So The only thing I saw in there was like a puff of vapor in the corner of the room. I don't know what the hell that is. I don't know if something disappeared or said, I'm going to just get the fuck out of here. But there's definitely something in that room.
Are we gonna go in?
I mean, we can, but... So, I know this is really stupid, and most of the people I've been with, I think they might not like me because of this. I don't want to immediately seem hostile. First of all, Phage, I'm gonna say, I haven't been with Liliana that long, but like...
No, I was just I wasn't sure where you were going with that where you were going with that at all. So I was just thinking. That face wasn't meant to be directed towards you. Sorry.
I would prefer not to show hostility. The last ghost I saw, I killed, and honestly, if it is a ghost, I mean, they said it was haunted in this place, even though I didn't get any type of... Well, anyway. Be ready for the worst, but hope for the best.
Hey, should I let the others know where we are?
You know, that actually might be good. When I peeked in that room, did I see a window? You're muted, but I'm gonna assume that you nodded, so yes.
Yes, but it's covered by curtains.
It is covered by curtains.
Doesn't matter. Pull out a piece of wire. Mr. Heinlein, we found something on the second floor in the far back room on the right.
Yes.
Zavros and I are going in. You can respond to this message.
All right, we'll send in the full force to go kill what you found.
Heinlein leaves, rallies all of the 10 towns together, and we just demolish the building.
Right, set the building on fire. No. Well, she said something.
Sacrifices were worthy.
Potentially about something. So I'm not assuming it's a person. I'll just say, all right, we'll head in. Yeah.
Then she's gonna cast a message again. We're gonna try and be nice.
What?
I knew that was coming.
No, that's my response. What?
Right,
That doesn't. Okay. I'm getting messages from Celeste. They said they found something, and they're gonna be nice. I don't really understand what that means. When it like they found something, so I don't. So I assume it means we're clear to go in.
Alright, should we bring in the birds or just tie them here for now?
I think we should probably bring them in, just that way they have a warm. They're not out in the cold all night.
Alright.
Zerk will watch the birds.
Yes,
Thank you,
make
Zerk.
yourself useful and bring them in.
Zerk's always very useful and quiet.
You know, honestly, he do be quiet, because that motherfucker creep up on all of us.
He's as bad as Genji.
Yeah, no, I was gonna say that his new name's Genji.
Yeah, I'm surprised with how stealthful he is now. We weren't absolutely wrecked in the mines.
Yeah, he should have killed all of us, and we would have
Yeah,
never known our friends had died.
Avoiding getting killed by the grill.
Zerk. I think Zerk was the one. No, never mind. I was thinking Zerk was the one.
Zerk was the one that you talked to that agreed that he would get stronger so he could go tink on your
I
head.
can't remember if it was Zerk or not.
I think it was
No.
Zerk.
No, it's
Wasn't
not.
it? I could have
No,
sworn it was Zerk.
Vote.
Vote
Bot?
sounds right.
Vote.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah,
okay.
I think
Okay.
we're good to go in.
So
So you guys start
simultaneously,
herding.
they walk
herding-
upstairs. We walk inside.
Yeah, you start walking inside. What do you guys do at the door?
Just trust me on this. But actually, you know, it's probably a good idea for you to, do whatever you do best. I'm gonna do something probably stupid. I'm gonna go inside the room and I'm just gonna stand there. I don't have anything in my hands, like no weapons, and I'm gonna say, whoever you are, whatever you are, don't mean any ill will. Just don't want to hurt you or you to hurt us. Possibly be friends, if that's okay. Just needing to be warm for the night. And I'm just gonna say that and wait.
Celeste is gonna walk through the door too and stand next to him, kind of in the same manner. So transparency.
Do another perception check.
Okay. A 7.
Since I'm in the room now, do I make one too?
Yes.
I'm gonna cast guidance on myself.
She aided me, so we got a 21. No.
16.
Aren't showing up on mine. You said you got a 7.
15
Zephyr?
plus.
Yeah, I got a 7. Do you not see it? I didn't whisper this roll this time.
I can
but
see
mine-
it.
It
mine
says
just-
7 and 21.
Yeah.
So
That's
you
fine.
tried-
Oh, what did Celeste get?
15 plus 1, so 16.
is no one seeing it?
No, I see
yeah,
it.
no, I see
No,
it.
I see
Okay, I see
No,
it
I
on the
see it.
screen.
Yeah, I think it's just me.
You're rolling
there
for
we
everyone but the GM.
They just came in. Celeste, you also see this puff of vapor, but in a different corner than what Zavros pointed out. And you look over at it, and when you're looking at it, you hear, "They know," and the door slams shut behind you,
Oh, no.
Zavros. I need initiative from everybody, please.
They know that's why I didn't see anything. I was looking in the same corner that I saw it.
I didn't want to interrupt because you said we're going to go over to them, but I did want to cast protection from evil and good.
You can do
Okay.
it.
So I got a 7 on my
13.
7's love me tonight.
19. Oh shit.
7.
8.
Is the music on? I'm trying to listen to it to see if it's good enough.
I hear it.
Okay, cool. Yeah, that's fine. All right, let's get some turn orders in here. Zavros, you got a 7. Orlin, you got a 19. Heinlein, you got a 7. Celeste, you got a 13. Sister Liliana got an 8. And then I need to pull up some things that I wasn't ready for, which I should have been.
Just to clear up, since me and Zavros tied, I do have lower decks, but also I think it makes sense for me to go second out of the two of us, because I don't know they're fighting.
We don't know we're fighting.
Yeah. We heard a door slam.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, they're just being nice upstairs.
Just being nice. I guess it's a good thing I did walk through the door, because I was debating not walking through the door.
And I need you. Okay, never mind. You aren't player sheets. Cool. Let me just roll 2 things quick, and then I'll be able to kind of know what's going on with these guys. Okay, cool. Yeah.
And to think, Tommy, I almost stayed on the outside of the door.
Orlin, what?
I would have died. Now you get to die again.
I hear the door slam, so I'm gonna run up the stairs. Yarush.
Yes, you are able to make it to the top of the stairs on this turn. You see this hallway, with 8 doors on one side and 6 on the other.
Yarush. Just call out to him. I don't know if he's able to hear me, but
Yeah, I don't know if I can.
Oh.
They are downstairs.
I'll like kind of not face, but turn my head back and call down. Where are they, Heinlein?
They didn't say. They just said they found something.
And this is when you didn't say it was upstairs though. You said it was in the far right corner in the room.
I said it. We were upstairs.
Oh, you did? Okay.
Yes.
Oh, okay.
last door on the right.
Oh, okay. I didn't pay attention to the rest of that. So okay. Said something
Hyman's
about
like they
being
both deserve to die, so I'm still not going to relay that info.
I said something about being upstairs. Why? You heard the door shut. I mean,
Yeah, it's slammed. I'm
Yeah?
going to like run to. I'll roll like a d6, and then 1 being the closest, 6 being the furthest.
Roll a
See which
d8.
door I go to. Oh, there's 8 doors. I thought
Yep,
there was
it's on the 8 door
There's
side.
more than 8, right?
almost
Was
said
it there just
physical.
8 on
There's
one?
8
Oh, well, he said
There's
right. He did say
14
right side.
of
Yeah.
them.
I just said upstairs, but I just
Yeah.
8.
Yeah, you
No,
picked the
you-
right one.
Did I actually roll that?
yeah.
1d8.
Yes.
Yeah. Oh!
Yes. Oh.
Ah.
So yeah, you
Damn.
rush down to the furthest door on the right side.
Fuck yeah. I try to open it.
It is locked.
Fuck. I assume I used my dash for that, right? Because that was you said my full movement was at the top of the stairs. So I probably dash.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
All right, cool. I just yell at the entrance, Zavrosh, and I'm like pulling on the handle.
I've got these guys' things now, so I can add them to the turn order. Come on, little doggy. So it would be there. That would be there. Heinlein. Wait, I did.
I'm
Something.
last.
There you go. Okay. Celeste. You are
Yeah.
in this room. The door just slams shut behind you. You can't see anything other than there's a bed, 2 end tables on either side. That's
About how big is the room?
the room would be 15 by 15.
Okay. I'm going to do something stupid. I'm gonna go in the direction of where I saw the puff go. And I'm gonna cast Word of Radiance.
Which is a saving throw, correct?
It is a Constitution saving throw.
Let me grab it.
Anything within 5 feet of me.
13.
Yeah, it makes it. But I still light up and yeah. I still light up in radiant energy.
All
They
right.
don't take the damage though.
Very cool.
That's all I can do. That's all I'm gonna do.
All right. Sister Liliana.
I'm going to like kind of give a look to Heinlein, like I'll release my hands so that the room lights up, and just be like, I'll go check to see what's going on upstairs, and I'll head up, and I'll use my dash. I'm moving at a quick jog, not quite as frantic as Orlin was, but like I'll head up there and get to the door with Orlin and be like, are they inside?
I think so. The door's locked though.
Like, not Zavros?
Zavros, you would hear them on the other side.
We're definitely in here.
You give us a heart attack.
Do you need assistance?
I don't know yet.
Okay.
After she asked if you need assistance, you hear a whisper from one of the corners. Tell him to leave. You're fine.
Can I do an inside check? Or
Yeah.
no?
What are you looking for with this inside
Just
check?
like with their tones and stuff, saying you're fine. Does it seem like a deceptive tone or like?
Yeah, roll an insight.
And I'm asking just because I'm outside the door,
21.
I have a passive perception of 14. Did I hear anything?
Yeah, you heard it. You heard it whispering. And like he tried to be quiet, but wasn't quite. And Zavros, he's trying to intimidate you into telling them to leave.
Oh, so this dude's gonna fuck me up if I tell him to leave.
Probably.
Oh, okay. That's good to know.
All right.
Turn.
So, it is your turn, Zavros.
Okay. It's like, so, no offense, but I can definitely tell by your tone that you're trying to trick me in some way, but honestly, I don't want any ill will to come to you or any of my people. Is there really no way for us to just sleep here, like, without any consequence? Because I don't want to do any harm to anyone. Please just... whatever you're thinking of doing, don't do it.
Roll a persuasion check.
Please love me.
You rolled perception.
I did.
Oh!
And that was a good one,
Oh,
too.
good!
Wait. Let me check something. They're not the same. And this is where the shit happens.
Yeah, that roll was too good to be a Zavros roll.
We'll just kill you first and then them.
Do I see this smoke at this point?
You do see every time it talks, you see this puffs of like vapor coming out.
Well, if that's the case, I'm going to just,
Roll me an intelligence check quick, Zavros.
okay. I just died, everyone. Hell yeah. Intelligence check, so that's just straight intelligence.
Yep, just click on your intelligence.
Ah, I'm stupid.
Yeah, you don't know where this could be coming, why this could be happening.
Well, the fact that I heard him say, we'll just kill you first, I'm immediately drawing a short sword and trying to jab it into the door to pry it open.
Alright, roll an attack on the door. Roll damage on the door.
Is it 21? Oh. Doip rolls? No.
Yeah, you
Five.
stick your sword into this old, dilapidated door and pop it right where the lock is, and it cracks apart. And it's standing on the other side of Sister Liliana and Orland.
I'm going to turn my head. I don't know where the fuck these things are. I don't want to hurt you, but I'm sorry. And as I crack the door open.
Alright.
And that'll be my turn. I'd assume, that's like a lot of shit that I did, so that's my turn.
Alright. Heinlein.
What all do I hear?
Do a perception check.
Because Liliana just jogged up there to see what's going on, but I don't know if they're... That's the wrong one. That's also the wrong one.
What?
Here we go. 11.
Yeah, so I'm not the only one. All right.
You hear the
Sorry, Persuasion has proficiency, so I think I just auto-clicked that.
Yeah, you hear like Orland rushes over to the door. Liliana just kind of jogs over. You hear mumbling, and you hear like of the door prying open, but you aren't sure what's all transpiring up there.
Yeah. Okay. They're just doing ruckus stuff. I see Zerk is trying to load in the birds.
Help Zerk with the birds. They hate Zerk.
And what was the light situation with Liliana? Is her hands lit up?
Her necklace lit up.
Okay, so she's gone upstairs.
So you did not see anything at this
point. I'm gonna light up a torch. How's the place look?
Not great. There's dust on everything.
No. When you lit that torch in my brain, I was like, he's gonna light that torch and be like, wow, this place looks like shit.
Yeah. Everything's covered in dust, and it seems like it's been abandoned for a very long time. There's like no kind of decoration.
Is there a hearth? Is there like a hearth?
Yeah. There's nothing in it, but there is a hearth there.
Okay. So there's nothing to like light on fire in there. No wood nearby or anything.
Nope.
That I can tell. Okay. Is there any kind of like place I could set my torch to like as like a big candle without it like burning the place down? Could I set it in the hearth and it just?
Yeah, you could just set it in the hearth.
I'll set it in the hearth to like get out some glow in the area. And it's not doing great, but at least there's that. Getting everything prepped down here while they figure out what they're being nice to and all their shenanigans.
Oh, berserk! The birds don't like the fire.
Oh my gosh. Zerk, that's not true.
Then they hate Zerk.
That might be true.
Fucking
All right. All right. Are you guys ready?
Yeah. No.
Okay, miss. Severus, does a 22 hit you?
Oh yeah. Oh, what? Why did you ask that?
Because it's funny.
I'm
6
dead.
damage.
Oh, okay.
What do we got here? What do we got here? Celeste, does a 21 hit you?
No, not at all.
You take 10 damage for being sassy.
What the fuck?
That's not even weapon damage.
Sass damage.
Celeste, does a 15 hit you?
What?
Celeste, does a 15 hit you?
Yes.
6 damage to you. Celeste, does a 21 hit you?
No.
That is 9 damage. As you two get pummeled with these war picks, as 5 dwarf-looking beings with gray skin and white beards appear in front of you. You're not getting out to tell anybody about this.
I swear we won't say anything. Jesus.
We'll
I
make
don't know who
sure.
that is, but
I like that they were invisible, so no one had a thing to say about them. They could have just assumed it was haunted. Now they've revealed themselves.
We're a little crazy. Orlin, you just saw 5 Dwarger appear in the room.
Ah, fuck. Wait. It seems there's a misunderstanding. We're here to kill tieflings.
What persuasion check?
Oh boy, where the hell is persuasion? There it is. 12.
None of these Dwargers say anything, but from one of the corners you hear, "Oh, we might have something we can work out then."
Oh, that was a 50-50. I was really nervous they're gonna be like, you're gonna be like, the tiefling comes around the corner and it's like they're working together. Alright.
Alright. Everybody, let's stand down. Try this nice.
You just almost fucking killed me.
Celeste?
I'm gonna use my bonus action to cast Healing Light on myself.
When this light appears, all the Dwarger kind of like cringe back for a second, like grip their war picks a little bit harder. Get that light out of here!
Well, if you wouldn't have hit me, I wouldn't have to use it.
question: since she's right next to me, I don't have any reactions that I know of. Like, can I like throw a cloak up over her while she's doing it when they say that, just as a reaction? I don't have any reactions that I know of. That's up to you.
Yeah, it's just flavor. That's fine.
Yeah, just for flavor, just like
Yeah.
throw it up.
That's fine.
And
flavor cloak.
then that was my bonus action, and then for my action, I'm going to take my stake and stab myself in the stomach and cast Cure Wounds on myself.
That is the weirdest way to heal.
I was like,
yourself.
Celeste?
You're mad that they stabbed you, so you stab yourself harder.
Hey, they died. I'm hurt.
Do you know how to heal?
No, I don't. Apparently, I don't.
Sister Liliana.
I don't know how they react because I'm very lit up because I have the light spell on me.
Yeah, they're trying not to look at you.
Well, I've got my cloak.
You're kind of
up
like out
now,
of the doorway
so-
too, so you're not directly in the doorway with the light. You're kind of next to Orlin in the doorway, so you're kind of obscured a little bit.
I will put my, not fully cover it, but like put it so that there's less light reflecting into the room. Like put my hand in front of it. But I am going to cast Sanctuary on. I 100% just forgot your name, Dyto. Your character's name totally left my mind. Celeste. I'm gonna cast Sanctuary on Celeste. Just as a precaution, because she is very squishy.
This like divine light begins to shroud around Celeste and all the Duergar again, getting really jittery and jumpy about it, but they don't swing or anything. They seem to be waiting for the disembodied voice to tell them to continue attacking, but it is the disembodied voice's turn.
Oh, I was going to say one more thing.
Go ahead.
I will say, we can continue to have this conversation, but if you continue to hurt my compatriots, I will light this place up with the radiance of the dawn.
Hold on, we'll see what we have to offer. You might be able to help us here. We're looking for something that the tieflings have. If you get it for us, then we won't be having any problems with you ever again. You understand?
Can anybody respond, or is it just?
Yeah. It's this guy's turn right now. So as long as you're not attacking, we can kind of come out of turn order as well.
If I come out of turn order, I'm gonna find a chair to like put in the hearth, like a shitty chair that I can light on fire.
You can start breaking down the chair.
Well, we're not looking for something. We're looking for someone. There's a man taken by the tieflings.
Even better. You're looking for someone, but not the something. So you get me the something. You can keep your someone.
If we're at a turn order, I was gonna like on my turn when it came up, I was gonna just turn and like focus, and this like little glow underneath my clothes would happen around my sternum. Not my sternum, my sternum's down here. Around my collarbone. And I was gonna touch Celeste and cast Cure Wounds.
Yeah, you can do that.
Can I click on this and it do it itself?
Good.
Should be able to.
Oh, hell yeah. You get 2.
Y'all.
So I'm as bad as
Big
you.
heals all around, baby.
10 out of 10.
You know, Zavros, you're gonna have to finish that sentence before we came in this room. She pulls out her healer's kit and starts wrapping her arms and stuff.
All right. Don't get too comfy now. We still have to come to terms with our agreement here.
I don't even know
Right.
what you are. You look like dwarves, but different.
We're not dwarves. Those lily liver living close to the surface. We're Duergar, come from deep underground, and we're here because we like what you're doing with the place.
Oh. You like the dark up here?
Yeah, dark all the time. We don't have to worry about none of that sun nonsense. So I will show you guys the Duergar that are around you. But there still is this body voice. He hasn't come out of invisibility yet.
Alright, so it seems perhaps we were fated to meet.
I think so. So, you're gonna go up to the care and take care of them tieflings, eh?
Well, why should we have to do all the work?
Because then we won't have to kill you now, will we? We let you walk out of here, you can take care of the tieflings, you bring us all their Shardolin. Let you go.
What's that?
Shardolin. All you need to know is what it looks like. You don't need to know what it is exactly.
What's it look like?
You know all that ice stuff you got up here? Imagine that, but black.
And,
Shines with the brilliance of any gem you could find in the Underdark.
what did a tiefling have this for?
They sense the power that's in it. Hey, don't try and get me to talk more than I need to. Just get us that Charlatan. You don't have any more problems with the Duergar, for as far as I'm concerned.
Or do you mind if we rest here the night? Just came into town.
Under our watchful eye.
How does that sound, everyone?
I mean, it sounds good, but seriously, I feel like no one just wants to talk and try to get along.
That's what we're doing, friend. We're talking, we're
you
making
almost
deals and
killed me
getting along.
first.
True. But I really had faith in people in this land. And I'm walking out. Like, I got nothing to say to this dude.
He's young, he'll learn. Can't trust everybody you come across. Everybody's out for something.
Isn't that so?
You're out for this person.
I have a question.
Yeah.
I know Phage was saying that in the Roll20 chat that he wanted to call down to me and let me know they have guests upstairs.
Yeah.
If he did that, I assume the Duergar might respond. I don't know what their deal is with extra bodies being in the building, but I don't know if that's
Yeah. When Sister Liliana calls us, yeah, get all your friends up here. We gotta keep an eye on everybody here. So, do we have a deal, Mr.
Gray.
Mr. Gray? Do we have a deal?
Do you mind if I talk with my cohorts first?
Of course. Stay in the building, though. We don't want you sneaking off now.
Of course. Wherever Zavros went off to, I mean, I would like to kind of usher everybody.
I'm just sitting down on the stairs, like, at the top, but I'm just, like, with my hands, like, on my head, just going, like...
I guess we would kind of, or if everybody follows, head to the stairs, kind of tap him on the shoulder, and kind of, like, usher him down.
Yeah, I'll start going down.
Pull out my bottle of whiskey and start drinking out of it.
I guess.
Has there got the birds in yet?
Yeah. The birds are finally in.
So I assume me and Zerk
making
are
a
around
huff.
the fire.
You didn't out Zerk at all. The birds almost chopped Zerk.
You were fine. You were doing just good, Zerk.
Zerk.
To fill
I guess-
you in. Oh, sorry.
Oh, no, it's fine. I was just gonna start talking with Zerk, but I imagine you guys would interrupt it anyway. So
To fill you in. There's people here already looking for this Shendarlin. Don't know what that is. Wink. They want to make a deal. We kill the tieflings. They take the ice. Shaking my head no. And we get to stay here tonight.
okay. Let's try to decide if I could tell what the fuck you were trying to do. He's not smart or wise. He's just a very loyal man. Clearly I don't see the guests. I heard the sister talk about them. I'm clearly not worried because I had faith that Zavros said they were going to be nice, and it looks like it turned out exactly how I thought it would be. He did it.
You should have expected one of us to die. What are you talking about?
Well, I mean,
So they
pretty
want. So you're gonna have to start. Okay, so you guys have guests up there. They want the Shardlin from the Tieflings. The Tieflings are in the castle,
Seems
and they
so.
just want us to help kill them. What do they
Yes.
go? What do they got against these Tieflings?
I don't even know if they need us to kill them as long as they get their shard. I told them that we're looking for that man.
What was the something you guys found upstairs?
Duergar, or the whatever those dwarf things were.
Oh, actual people. Okay.
Yes, at least 6 of them.
Oh, that's more than just a something.
Well, when we first saw it, it was a puff of smoke.
Oh.
What is wrong with you,
Switch.
boy?
What?
Looking at Zavros.
Let me
Oh,
just
okay.
sit down. I'm just gonna like sit down in the chair.
Gonna
I mean, as
while
long
this
as they don't
conversation is
attack us,
happening.
I don't see there's a reason to fight around.
I'll get up and go over and sit next to Zavros, and doing so, I'll say, "We do need somewhere to stay for the night."
No, I mean I get that. I'm just upset that immediately everyone wants to just attack everything. I'll be okay.
So are they just like hanging out upstairs, or what's going on with them?
I told them we needed to discuss things together, and we'd get back to them.
So okay, wait. So they're threatening. Is the situation that they're threatening us for staying here? Or is this just like you guys talked about your mutual?
Oh no, they attacked before they came to any kind of agreement.
I believe they might have been under the impression we were someone else.
Okay, so like I guess my question is, if we stay here, are they just gonna stay upstairs and not bother us, or what's the deal here?
They said they would keep watch over us as we stayed here. I'm assuming to make sure we aren't doing any shenanigans. But also, they don't have... And I'll, like, drop my voice down. They don't have much leverage if we just want to leave and camp outside. They didn't, like... Thought they would have, like, kept Celeste in there as leverage, so then we couldn't just leave and blow their cover, but, you know.
Were they strong?
Yeah, they fucked Celeste up
They-
pretty good.
They did.
I could really use a good night's rest. And it seems that, these could be some unlikely allies. At least until their uselessness, or their usefulness, wears off.
I mean, if one of them gets too close to me, I cannot promise I will not retaliate.
Understandable. Sister, did you have something to add?
No, I was just going to agree that it would be nice to have a secure place to stay for the night, at least, and we did have plans to go into the care anyways.
Yes.
So for now, our goals are aligned.
Zerk, what do you think?
Zerk thinks you need to help with the birds next time. The birds hate Zerk. I tell you this, and you say no. Zerk's got it. Zerk's small.
I'm gonna cast Speak with Animals as I'm sitting here, just like hearing all of this. Like I'm assuming the birds are in there, so I'm gonna cast Speak with Animals and just look at the birds and be like, "Ah, please be kind to the little kobold. He just don't attack him if you can, please. He's really trying to help us."
You feed us?
Yes,
we don't get
you,
food all day.
you will be fed. I'm gonna get up and
2
start
rations
feeding
for each of us, please, sir.
them. Yeah, I'll just start feeding them.
How many birds are there? 3, so 6 rations total.
Yeah.
I'll take 2 of the rations out of mine. I'll take the ones from my bird and give them to Zavros.
Alright, so just
That-
4 off of me.
No, you can. I probably have packs on Velt, so you could probably just take rations off of his Velt, and
Okay.
so I'll mark that on 2. I have a ton of rations, so it'll work. Listen, all right, so, and like I kind of keep glancing back to Zavros, who's feeding the animals while Zerk is freaking out. There's no sense in us attacking them if we're just trying to get some sleep. It's been cold all day. They seem to have issue with the tieflings, same as us. To be fair, I don't know what they want us to kill the tieflings.
They didn't mention, they just want their black ice.
I mean, all right, I'll step into some of the negotiations, I guess. Again, and I'm like glancing at Zavros. There's no real reason that we need to. If we don't know anyone is a agent of Ariel and they're not hostile, there's no real reason to take them out. I gotta say, are you wanting to give this Chardolin to these guys?
No.
I'm just gonna shake my head no. Say, that's the deal.
Because to be fair, to be honest, I'm taking word. I take the oaths and the words of man pretty seriously. So if I go up there and we promise them the Chardolin in order to, keep ourselves cozy here, I have no issue with giving them the Chardolin. But I'm at least more curious what their relationship is to these tieflings.
I suspected you'd say so much, and I don't think it would be wise. So, I guess we have to fight them. They won't let us leave here in one piece. And if you're not willing to at least play nice for the moment, we have no choice but bloodshed.
Bloodshed or breaking an oath. One of the two. I everything we have learned about this, it is
So you're cutting it out with static.
I wasn't sure who it was coming from, so I was like, I don't
Yeah.
know.
I can see the green flashing on him.
Yeah, I was gonna say something, but you mute, so I assume you knew.
Just try to unplug and plug back in. It sounds like it's a connection issue.
it's bad.
You're good.
Okay, cool. Yeah, so I would say everything we've learned about this ice is that it is evil. There's no good usage for it. There's no benevolent reason to have it around. I don't see how giving it to anyone would make anywhere a better place.
God damn it.
Yes.
And if Sir Heinlein, I do respect that promises mean a great deal to you. But I don't see how words of promise can outweigh the evil that this material could do. To people that you have no allegiance to, no knowledge of, but know that this material will only do evil.
I'm going to get up and I'm going to go over to Orlin. I'm going to kind of lean in and whisper this to him. Why don't we just stay at the castle? I think we have a good reason for them to let us in.
What's that?
We know that they have enemies staked out in this here tavern. None of us have to deal with any kind of nonsense like this anymore. Get a nice rest, talk things out.
It's a plan. It's a good one. As long as we can get out of here.
They have to come down the stairs first and we'll be on beak.
Right.
While I'm feeding these animals and everything, I'm kind of glancing around, like petting them, to see if I see any dust get kicked up around us.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking too, Tommy.
Do a perception check.
They've been listening the whole time.
You don't see anything.
I'm not relaying that. I'm just kind of
Yeah.
keeping an eye out around.
Do you want me to roll a stealth for me whispering to him?
If you want to.
Okay.
Versus anybody that's trying to hear him. If
Yeah.
any of the party's also trying to hear him.
Nat 1, and it's like he's, hey Orlin.
Higher than Savros. That's all that matters.
I mean, I would, since we are having the conversation,
Yeah.
I would try to hear what was being like when you went over to Orlin.
Celeste is drinking her whiskey.
Actually, I'll say I'm speaking this in Orcish. Here we go. Because I speak Orcish, and I assume he speaks Orcish. He's a half-orc.
Okay.
He doesn't speak Orcish, and the entire conversation was completely incomprehensible.
I say what you're saying. I don't get what he's saying.
Right. Zerk,
Alright.
get those damn birds out of here. They don't belong
I
in
just
here.
got the birds in here. You put
Zerk.
the birds in. You put the birds out. What do you want Zerk to do?
Zerk.
He's
They're fed. They're well fed. I think they'll be a lot happier with you if you bring them out. We'll get you extra rations. All right.
extra food for Zerk.
I'm gonna
Yes.
give a fucking ration to Zerk and just tell him the XP shouldn't really bother you anymore. I've spoken
Oh.
to them.
Thank you, kind sir. You're the
Right.
nice one.
As I turn around and look at the the three birds, like, right? Can we agree to all get along?
They kind of cock their heads back and forth, but they seem to agree with you. And as Zerk starts trying to pull these things, So have you come to a decision then? And you hear coming from one of the chairs down with you guys.
Yes, Heinlein. Meet, our friends.
Oh,
Ooh.
so rude of me. Sorry. And you see appear in the chair, in front of you, this very bulky, gray dwarf with these. He's got like studded metal pauldrons on. He's got this large war pick and a shield, and his beard, like the beard part, is tied into a pony, and then he's got these long, white mustache. I will show you guys. Excuse my manners, Nildar Sunblight here. Boys, come down, come down. We've got an agreement to settle upon. The dwarf from upstairs start coming down the stairs. Oh, I see you're getting your filthy burrs out of here. Very kind of you. You brought them into our place. I don't want them stinking it up. So you're gonna go talk to some tieflings, find your guy. I know you're worried about them.
Yes.
Yeah.
We're about to go talk to.
Oh, we're going tonight. We'll accompany you. We know the way in.
Oh, I thought you didn't.
Unless you plan on getting in the front, I don't know that you'd be able to. But they're not letting many people in from what we've seen. But we got a way in.
Thought you didn't want to get your
No.
hands dirty.
We aren't. We'll show you how to get in. We'll stay outside unseen.
No.
And you just pop in, get us their Chardolin, take it from their necks, take it from their stores. It'll be great.
Sorry, it just seems a bit rude for you to be sitting around here invisible with us.
No, it wasn't for long. Don't worry about that none.
Still, pretty rude.
I want to make sure you're staying.
No, we're heading to go.
Yeah, that's what I
Talk
hear.
to some
We're
tieflings.
ready to go. The boys are ready to go. We're gonna go.
No, I don't think you heard me.
I did. We're ready to go.
I said we're
Yeah, we're.
heading. I'm sorry, sir. I don't even know who you are. Yeah, some
I think I just
Nildo-
introduced myself. Nildar Sunblight.
Sunbeard.
What's your name, sir?
My name is. You can just call me Heinlein.
Heinlein. All right. Oh, Heinlein. Hey, you want us there? You don't want us there? We're gonna be there. We gotta make sure our end the deal's being held up. If you know
I'm
what
sorry.
I'm saying.
Like I said, we're heading out.
Hey,
Go ahead and
Head out
stay
all
here
you
all you want.
we'll be there. Don't you worry. We'll be there.
This is gonna fail, but I'm gonna do an intimidation check. Actually, I'm gonna listen. We're gonna go. We're gonna deal with everything we need. You're probably better off because staying here. Out of sight, out of mind. If you're so worried about some tieflings, there's a good chance that they have ways of knowing when you're nearby. You'd be pretty dumb to go into that castle just thinking you're safe. I want to do that as a persuasion.
All right. You know what? I will stay out of sight, out of mind. I'll stay here. Don't worry about that.
Okay.
Do I believe him at all?
Roll insight. He said he'll stay here.
If we want this to be covert, it should be as small a group as possible.
I understand. I understand completely.
Sorry, you all seem so very pale, as if you don't really get out much. I gotta say, I've done plenty of military operation in my day.
I'm sure.
So I think you guys might want to stay here to your little civilian life.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. I'm so sorry. I didn't
Stay out of
understand
our way.
who I was in the presence of. I'm sorry. I'll stay here. Don't worry about me. I'll be here, safe and cozy in my inn. My inn. It'll be great. I'll just wait here. You'll bring me that Charlatan, and we'll have a great time. And yeah, you do you.
Right.
All right, well, let's go.
Before we go, is there anything about these tieflings we should be aware of? How well do you know them?
I know this much. You ain't getting in there unless you know the secret way.
And what's the
Good
secret
luck.
way?
I have to stay here. I'm sorry. I have to stay here. I can't get involved. It's above me. It's above me. I don't know anything about tacticality or military operations like our good friend Heinlein here. So ask him. He might know.
Alright. Well, crew, let's get a move on.
Yes. Don't let me take up any more of your time. I'm just a blithering fool. Go on.
As we leave, I want to be the last one out, so I can just shut the door behind us.
Alright. You shut the door behind you.
Just so like it's not like, oh man, out of character. I'm assuming his men are gonna turn invisible and follow us, but in character, he's just like, there's a solid like, if anyone hears or notices it, I can't see shit, but like if anyone else does.
Yeah, you close the doors. Oh, God, he's so strong! As you walk away. And as you guys start heading towards the care, that is where we will end our session. Thank you all so much for joining us tonight. I wasn't expecting to go that way, but I had a lot of fun. I'm glad we went that way. We got to deal with something else I've been waiting to deal with, so.
That guy was such an asshole, but you did so well. I loved that.
It's like when you watch wrestling and there's a heel and you hate them so much that you like them.
Well, thank you. I came up with it on the spot. I didn't know what I was going to do with them.
Fuck this dude.
Thank you guys so much for joining us today. Again, remember, be sure to join us on Sundays and Mondays for our other two games, The Lost Song of Phandelver, which is a follow-up to The Lost Mine of Phandelver, and Amoris, our homebrew that started the whole thing. Again, we won't be here next week, but the following week, be sure to join us then on Wednesday. Otherwise, go to YouTube, social medias, Instagram, Twitter, all that fun stuff. Swindler's Den. See you guys next time. Bye.